Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the stream, everyone. Good to have you here again. We are back with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Last time we had just finished Isard's hero quest and unlocked his class for the team. And now we're going to do a quick detour to double back and go cover some areas that we passed by before, especially around southern Fornis. So we'll run around a bit and check those places out, and then we'll come back through in the new region of Pentelas and climb our way up the waterfalls at Great Cotte Falls and see where that takes us. So, welcome to the stream. Hey Chris, Caldeo, Mate, Solomon, good to see you. Hello to everyone else who's not participating in chat yet, but feel free to speak up. I'm just going to continue from where we left off. So we should appear right outside that cave we were in with all the Lebnesses that went haywire. And I believe at the end of last stream, I signed off basically right after I finished looting the place, and I didn't bother setting up classes or anything. We have just unlocked the Strategos class on Tyon. He's the inheritor of Isard's class, but we're not quite going to start training in that yet. I want Tyon to not really finish up Nipponic Champion. We'll keep coming back to that on occasion for a little while, but we're just not going to prioritize Strategos that much. It is a decent class, fairly effective healer, but the main thing that we care about inheriting from Strategos is Strengthening Gambit, the skill that increases buff duration, and that we can get at level 5, so we don't really have to rush to get to rank 10. Hornet is an okay art, but it's not really crucial for anything we have planned. So I'm going to focus on some other stuff first, and one of those things is unlocking Full Metal Jaguar on as many people as possible. We actually just... We have Uni in FMJ at rank 5. She's going to come off of that for just a second, but Noah will take over now that we've unlocked that on him. Mio will switch to War Medic. Uni will also be a Nipponic champion. So we'll run 2 of those. Lance is continuing in Thaumaturge. He switched to that right before the boss fight. And Senna staying in Yumsmith for right now. Hey Zabatite, great to have you here live. Glad you're able to catch it. And we do need to make some adjustments here. First off, to set up Noah, I'm going to do the exact same art setup as Uni. The skills will be a little bit different because he doesn't have the same ones unlocked. So he's going Fatal Barrage and Quick Draw, and then Dead Set unpaired. And Uni had... I guess I lied about the art setup too. Uni had unlocked Overfall from Tactician, which was really low cooldown art that paired nicely with Quick Draw. Noah doesn't have that, so he's just going to run Tri-Slash there. And he'll use Wide Slash for the long evasion with Fatal Barrage. For skills, he wants Protector's Pride, which is an advantage he has over Uni. She hadn't unlocked that yet. So if he pulls aggro, he will give himself more recharge speed, and that will help him keep Quick Draw and his Evasion Fusion up. So hopefully that'll keep him safe. Or maximize his damage, or maybe both at the same time. And together with that, we'll go with Nanomachine Repair. And there's a couple other options that are somewhat feasible. Fighting Prowess could make Wide Slash and Tri-Slash a tiny bit stronger, although it suffers from pretty severely diminishing returns with Bullet Symphony. Nanomachine Repair is not that powerful, but hey, it can give us some free healing sometimes when we dodge, so why not? For gems, we want Accuracy and Empowered Combo, and then we'll give him the Silver Belt. On Mio, I guess I should point out, the Silver Belt raises his attack by 25%. You might consider something like the Chipped Black Brooch, but this is effectively, like, if you reduce the enemy's ether defense by 17%. That's effectively raising the damage of your ether arts by 20%, roughly. So it's worse than the silver belt overall. It's a good effect, but the raw attack boost is better. For Mio, we should have everything in place already. She's got Tri-Slash and Vital Bullet. It's fine. Heal Bullet, Overfall, Advanced Cooldown. That all looks good. Uni has never been an Eponic champion before, so we'll set this up. I'm going to go with Dual Flash Myopic Screen, combination of low cooldowns and somewhat useful effects. And then with Tri-Slash, we'll use Cross Impact. There are other things she could go for as well. Cross Impact has a nice low cooldown as well, and will improve the damage of the other fusion art. And then Dazzling Illusion, we'll go with the stance here. For skills, it's Ethereal Ability, Fighting Prowess is fine. She is using at least one Ether art. And we'll go with the defensive gems here. So Brimming Spirit Tailwind and the Nopon Doll, so she retains aggro when she dies. We're going to steal that from Tyon because Tyon wants to equip the Analyzer Scope. He'll start chain attacks with 45 TP, which will be very, very good for the next fight we're going to do. Lance is sticking with Thaumaturge, no changes there. And Senna wants to change out her accessory for extra damage against flying enemies. So, if you can guess who we're going to fight next, you get a prize. The prize is nothing. Tyon is now truly biggest brain, 45 TP. So true. You have to wonder, though, what does the Analyzer Scope do? Is it like the Scouter in Dragon Ball Z or something? It highlights the enemy weak points. Does it attach to your iris? Is it a physical thing, or is it like a software package where your whichever eyeball has the iris in it? I have to know these things. But anyway, Senna's good to go, other than the Black Feather Band we just added. And then lastly, congratulations on joining the squad, Izzard, but we're not going to use you yet because, like I said, we need to unlock FMJ. We're particularly trying to get that on Mio. She is the C aptitude person in the squad. So we've already got it on Uni, the Inheritor, and Tyon, who had A aptitude, and Noah, who has B aptitude. And we're about to unlock it, and we're fairly close on Senna. Mio is after that. But putting Gray in the party for this fight will give us triple credit for the kill in terms of unlocking FMJ, instead of just single credit for having Noah in the class only. Okay. The other bit of housekeeping is we currently have our CP boost meal still active. There's nothing wrong with that, but I haven't really budgeted for it. And there's a decent chance if the fight doesn't go very well, or you spend a long time running around, that it might be very low on duration now. So I'm just going to ensure that I don't benefit from its effects by going back to Colony 30 and buying the drop rate meal there instead. If you put the Analyzer Scope on your weapon, yeah, that doesn't really make sense if it's a melee weapon. It's gotta be headgear.
Just got nothing out of the ordinary. Should be safe to use.
Thanks for checking, Gray.
I'm just gonna lie here and you can't stop me. That's good.
I'm feeling energized already.
If it's
Looks
food
like
related,
rain's on the way.
I'm there.
Let's keep things on a tight loop.
I'm actually glad someone's, scoping the place out, Solomon. Good we have at least one person in the squad who's pretty prudent about these things. So, next stop, we're going back to the Orion tunnels. And I mentioned last time that there's one unique monster whose gravestone we really like to have to be able to warp to, and that's where we're going next. But while we're here, we can get some info as well. Zoka and the Trader Pawn are the ones who were deeper in the tunnels when we ran through the first time, but now at the as of chapter 4, they have moved. And even though the place seems very dead, apparently it's a good trading post to set up, so congratulations to them.
Do exactly as I say.
Not to worry, just stick to the plan.
Better give it a good once over.
We're gonna drop down here and make sure the party heals up before I actually get into combat. But we're about to take on Rockus Ron. And this will, I believe, be the last... I think it's the only unique monster I'm gonna fight this chapter. Well, I guess I should say the only new unique monster I'm going to fight this chapter. And in fact, we're not going to fight any uniques until a good chunk of the way through chapter 5. So, this is a milestone. But I'm going to control Lance here. Since I'm only running 2 healers, it is good for safety to be in charge of healing on the team. Not that I really do much healing with a thaumaturge, but yeah, you know.
I'll get you shipshape in no time.
The only person on the team with a topple art right now is Tyon, so it's kind of unfortunate that he died there. We don't have a lot of crowd control capability with this squad. But if we do get a topple, I do have a bursting. Oh. And I missed the timing, and luckily someone else with my optic screen bailed me out. Okay, so that's a good, nice heal for the team. Am I saving all the uniques until you get Triton's class? Basically, yeah. Cool. Another burst. Awesome. And then we should be able to kill straight out of this, but I'm going to wait for... Okay, we got a break. Alright, so... the rule, as usual, because we have Ouroboros orders now, is if we see green, we pick green. So, Ion first. And that's okay. We can lead off with Noah. What is a thaumaturge anyway? I think it's supposed to refer to some kind of like, medical function.
I can follow that.
But yeah, following with Mio, and then Tyon should get us a nice, nice Bravo result in the first round, and that will return Tyon first because he got the most TP, and then we're gonna hope that we get Noah as well. But if we get Mio instead, that works fine too. Okay, perfect. And we got Gray's order as well. Even better. So now we can do Noah, and then we'll probably need Lance to be safe about this. Yeah, Gray's not going to get an extra 14 TP from his hits, so we'll go for Lance. Will also give us an attack boost to get close to 100, and then Gray should take us to 150 again. I think this is actually going to be the very last Gray chain attack we ever do in the game. So I'm glad he got to show up and do his chain order. Okay, that's an unfortunate result, getting both healers back. We don't want to go with Mia this time. So I think the best choice would be
Check out what I've got in mind.
I just thought of a great idea.
no, we don't want Uni this time.
Do you think this plan might work?
Go with Lance, I suppose. And then I think, ironically, I'm going to use all of the Agnian characters instead. But we do get the pair bonus, at least for using Senna with him. Yeah, I'll go Mio, and then Ion should get the job done.
This'll end it.
Ray is extremely cool, Hyper. Good class, good aesthetic, good at chain attacks.
How's this for a plan?
He's the complete package. Okay, so we got unlucky here. I'm actually not certain if this is going to work out without the Uni order, but we have to pick Senna here because otherwise we won't finish an Ouroboros pair. So Senna first, and we use everyone now. I'll get Power Charge on Uni. And our attack buff refreshed.
Here's the finisher.
And Noah should get us to 200. I think we'll be alright. Noah's doing a lot of damage.
And one for good measure. This plan's gonna be blowy.
Okay, I believe we're actually best using Ray on this round to get his damage ratio increase.
I'll go first.
We don't care about buffs actually, since we're not using the Uni Tyon or Boros forms, so we can just go with. We don't have to put Vital Bullet on, we can just go with max damage with Overfall on Mio. And then into Noah. And hopefully, Senna and Lance will be able to finish this off, although it's not looking great. Oh, never mind. Senna does incredible damage. Good job. I'm sorry I doubted you, Senna. Ron just doesn't have that much HP, but later in the game, if we get the Senna and Lance or Boros, it's going to be pretty disappointing, usually.
Good execution, Ouroboros.
Okay, so that's done. We also did just unlock a couple of new classes on people. I believe that was Tyon getting Thaumaturge, and Senna got Full Metal Jaguar now. So that's progress, and then Mio is close to getting FMJ herself, but it'll take a few more battles for that. Okay, so with that we have. I guess there's one thing I forgot. I should have gone with Ultimate Qigong on Mio for slightly more damage. This is more powerful than Fighting Prowess. Anyway, changing classes again. We're going to put Mio right back in Thaumaturge. The main reason why we would like to have War Medic there is because if we run 2 Thaumaturges, we only have 1 buff art. But if we have a War Medic and a Thaumaturge, then we have at least 2. And the buff arts help Uni and Tyon. So right back to Thaumaturge for Mio. These two can stick with what they've got, except Tyon doesn't need the Analyzer Scope anymore. And our last 2 party members are going to start training in, well, I guess Lance has already done it, but going to train in Guardian Commander.
I'll take real good care
So
of
Lance
that.
should be set up with the appropriate stuff already. Yep. And Senna basically is going to mimic him, so she wants Falcon Swoop, Noble Taunt, Shield Bash,
Noble taunt.
As a reminder, we're running Shield Bash unpaired to prevent the AI from wasting it in Fusion Arts. Violent Flurry
Violent
for
flurry.
high damage, and Giant Swing for high damage here. As for skills, we've got Fighting Prowess, Defensive Soul, Framing Spirit, Empowered Combo. It's kind of the standard for defenders now. Although we are running Tailwind on the evasion tanks. And I'll stick a white belt on Senna. That will increase topple duration. So if Senna's the one who topples and then we daze, that'll give us a slightly longer window with which to hit with Demise Thrust for a burst. So we're a very defender-heavy party right now, but that's just temporary.
Let's top up on ether.
What we're going to do is head down the tunnel a little bit, take out a few more creatures along the way, and revisit the spot where we took the elevator down to clear the tunnel collapse for Isert's quest. There's at least an ether channel that we want to, or an ether sphere that we want to harvest there, and we have room in our experience budget for some other creatures along the way, and one of those is this elite Moramora
Here we go.
hanging out on the wall here.
Acknowledged. Assuming combat position.
Executioner!
You're dealing with me.
Thanks. Falcon. Dual flash.
Falcon. Divine protection.
Go. Quick draw.
I'm going to switch to piloting Mio so that I can try to get Demise Thrust going faster. It'd be nice if we can burst here. It's good to harvest materials from Moramoras because they are used in some gems.
I see you.
Divine protection.
White flash. Dual flash. Quick draw.
Unfortunately, we're a bit too late to get it this time, but next topple we should be good.
Snowball. We can do better yet.
Demolition!
Deflector field. Go. Quick draw.
Things are building up.
Time to end this.
Vengeance!
Break. Topple.
Awesome.
Snowball.
Maybe I can get another one.
For you to say that.
It'll be kind of tough, but it's possible.
Just as planned, Daetion.
Especially if I get to
Superiority. Push through.
buff and clear debuffs like that.
Don't push yourself.
Deflector field.
Demolition!
Quick draw.
Healed up. No complaints. Thanks for the support.
Violence.
Come on, break topple, please.
Deflector field.
Shining refrain. We'll get ya.
A punch well. Stay with me. Put me in a nick.
Ah well.
Stay back.
Make some waves.
Next we do this skirmish. We're going to take the Nopon coins as usual.
Don't trip on your laces, yeah? Look who's talking.
And because we spent a minute or two fighting that Moramora,
Attention on me.
we had enough time for all the arachnos here to lose half their health. Convenient.
Divine protection. Across the wall covers. Wow, thanks.
Too easy. Come after me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
In this area, we'd like to take down a couple of arachno queens. They drop different materials and they're kind of rare.
Come here. I got something for you.
Thanks.
Decent defensive!
That was fucking cool, Gray.
Have this! Demolition!
Dual flash. You could try a little harder.
Hey, you barely messed anything up today. Oh,
Quick draw.
Flying out. Glitter. Swoop.
Falcon. Dual flash. Break. No ball. White flash. Dazzling illusion. Go. Violent flurry. Quick draw. I'll keep up the attack. I can keep them. I'm the one you want.
This'll keep me going.
Didn't mean to pull the Arachno there, but we'll focus attacks on the Queen and then run away from the regular Arachno behind.
Shining refrain.
Cocoon is really annoying, but it's fun if you manage to inflict Shackle Block before it triggers, or before it's used, and then the enemy just sits there helplessly while you wail on it. Okay.
I'm the one you want.
This'll keep me going.
So that's one Arachno Queen, and then there's another one a little farther down here.
Not to worry, just stick to the plan.
Come here. I got something for you.
This'll keep me going.
Jewel flap. I'll get their attention on me.
Just as planned, Tyon.
Nothing going.
Don't love the fact that the entire party is stuck up top right now.
Wait. Jewel flap. No ball. Good timing. Quick draw. Dazzling illusion.
You what?
Deflected. I can keep them occupied. I see you.
I'm still okay. I'll patch you up. Just bear with me.
What? Yes.
What? Hey! You what?
Jewel flap.
No! Right.
I gotta push through this.
Quit being an idiot. Stay back.
Deflect the field.
All right, well, this has gotten a little bit messy.
Things are building up.
Sometimes brute force is the answer. Jewel flap.
Advantage.
Ever the paragon, Neo. You might want to surrender before we grind you into.
But I think we'll make it work.
Great. It's amazing. You're dealing with me. Everyone healed up. Another knock's on my belt.
Okay. All right, everybody, no more fighting. Let's go.
Thanks.
I thought I was unstoppable. I'll get you ship-shape in no time.
All right, so now back to elevator number 2. We've got an ether sphere guarded by 3 caterpiles, and we will kill all of those.
Step aside or we will trample you.
Work together and we'll have this done quick.
I'll draw the reinforcements.
Come here. I got something for you.
Thanks.
I'm the one you want. Thanks.
More advantage.
Ever the paragon. Ha! Fire it up.
Feeling any better?
Appreciate it. Executioner.
Violent flurry. Keep that up.
Go. No ball.
Falcon swoop. Right on top.
Jewel flap.
Everyone healed up? No complaints? Cheers, you're a gem.
Falcon. Swoop. Break. We can do this.
I'm fit to burst. Great.
Try slap.
No
Quick
more
draw.
stop.
No shining refrain. Falcon. Swoop. Break. I'll keep their attention on me.
Yes, it's Orion. All together. Ready whenever.
Junie, I'm asking you. Please work
Beautiful.
with me a little.
You what? You're supposed to be following me.
We'll spare the other Arachno Queen over there, but we do want to
That should about do it.
run over to the back of this area and send off that husk as well.
May you sleep peacefully.
Okay, so if everything had been exactly at max level, we would have 668 experience now. So I'm going to look for 67 experience elsewhere. Looks like... Let's go check what we need for gems first. Over in Fornis. That's not a campsite.
a rare thing? I'm getting peckish. Do we have any snacks?
Oh, I can craft this because I got the Arachno Queen Silk for it.
Already itching to try it.
Okay. We would like to hunt Ardens and Kramit and Garaffa, Kapiba, Upa. Unfortunately, we didn't get an Arachno Queen egg. Igna stuff we'll handle in a little bit. Armu. Didn't get a Mora Bezor. Okay. I say 67. Okay. Let's do...
That should be about enough.
Let's do an Argent and an Armu.
Let's bounce.
We have to keep track of our progress.
Yeah, 67. Alright, so over to the other campsite. Hey Arhead, welcome to the stream. It's going pretty well. We're just having a good time. Actually sending off Gray, who's gonna leave our party in just a minute. But things have been going well. And
Whoa, got a rare dude, all right.
happy to be back in
fighting
this.
each other.
Anyway, looking for a level 18 Arden.
This
Hello.
is worth our time. Well, this won't be any trouble.
Fatal Barrow!
Come here, I got something for you.
Thanks.
I see you! Quick laugh! I'll keep up the attack.
Smooth as always, Noah.
You what?
Right. Executioner.
Go!
No good.
Falcon! It's all coming together.
Quick draw!
No
ball.
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
And a level 17 Armu. These are all 18. I'm not going to comment on that number anymore.
This isn't worth our time.
Try not to waste too much effort on this.
First strike.
That was
Come here, I got
fucking cool,
something for
Gray.
you.
Thanks.
Fatal Barrow!
Divine protection.
I see you!
Oh, you saw the Ron fight with Gray? Good. Luckily, he's not gone forever. He's just not doing chain attacks in the future.
I can feel it in my bones.
Did I do the math wrong there? I did do the math wrong. 42 plus 27 is 69. I'm glad I quick saved. Not nice. As usual, that wouldn't really matter. It's almost certain to come out in the wash. Like, the only way that would really be a problem is if we happen to get roll max level on the next, like, 17 wild creatures. But it's the principle of the thing, you know? Okay. So, we'll still kill an Arden. But now at level 19. And a level 14 Taos. Hi, Mimu. It's actually a hint to get you to go back and get Gray. If you come back to this campsite. That's neat.
That's quite rare.
Of course, we get the shiny Arden once we need a level 19 one. That's level 18.
Don't just assume they're pushovers.
They seem a little easy.
Come
Gray is off to not have babies? Not if Uni has anything to say about it. And not in the weird way.
Dazzling illusion.
Executioner.
Break!
Quick
draw.
protection.
Violent flurry!
Fuel flash. Oh,
No ball!
Oh, let's show them.
man, I'm fit to burst.
Nothing
Break.
showing.
Crank. Split out.
Quick draw!
That was spectacular.
And I was the MVP. You were all thinking.
Okay. So hopefully 51 plus... What did I say, 67? Yeah. 51 plus 16 should be... 67. Let me see if I can get this to work. If I hold down minus, it should actually respect the time setting I just chose. It did not. That's the thing with the
I've been craving
the cheats to not change time when you fast travel. Sometimes features don't all work the way they say they should.
Let's move out.
But I can just change to nighttime manually, and then I just need to kill 2 level 13 wisps. And there's only one of those.
This isn't worth our time. We'll be out of here in no time. Ranks, press our advantage.
Ever the paragon here.
Come here! I got something
Too
for you!
easy. Come after me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
I don't remember the fog on the map screen being that aggressive. Like how black it is, or what?
Hey, look over here.
Come here! I got something for you!
This'll keep me going.
You're not doing that!
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
Oh, that fog. Yeah, well, I think it's moving at a higher frame rate than usual. So the animation's more obvious. Okay. I did do arithmetic successfully on the second try. Hooray! And with that, we're gonna move Gray out of the party and also change some other classes. Lance goes back to Thaumaturge,
Support you!
Senna to Yumsmith,
Line 'em up,
and
knock 'em down.
welcome back, Izzard. Hooray! And on Senna, we can just change her to a generic steam belt accessory. So, first stop, we're going to go to Conqueror's Peak and head east from there. There is another squad from Colony Iota standing in our way, but we're going to go around them
Huh? Hear that?
and go harvest the Ether Sphere
Oh, look at that.
over here.
You think you're all that, do ya?
I've got it all covered, just you watch.
That's what I want to hear.
First serve.
Great work, Senna.
I'm the one you want.
How's that?
You all flat. I can keep them
You gotta face me.
This'll keep me going.
Crack, they broke away.
Appreciate
You gotta face me.
This'll keep me going.
Divine protection.
Down my stride.
Sounds good to me. I see you! Drop us another! White slash!
You all flat. I must prove myself useful.
That's the weak point, thanks!
All
Quick
right.
draw!
Fuel flash. Things are building up.
Sometimes brute force is the answer. Yeah! Rat splitter!
Divine protection. Straight through. Gotcha. That went pretty good. Hey, Tom.
Classic burst for the kill so we don't get the double drop.
The cylinder goes here.
Got a lock on another ether sphere.
That should about do us for now.
And the other thing over here is a container. There's also a unique monster, which, as I said, we will not fight until a while later in the game.
Let's put it away for safekeeping.
this has some silver coins for us. And now we're ready to have Tyon actually become a Strategos for the first time.
Where better to monitor the battle
On him, we want Hornet on top paired with Shield Bash. These both have fairly long cooldowns. And then Moondog with Myopic Screen, some nice short cooldowns to go together. It also extends the duration of the regenerate field if we have it fused. And then Mirror Trap as the unlinked, unfused buff art. The counter heal buff, I think I described it last time, but it's basically as soon as you take a certain amount of damage, it recovers a certain percentage of your HP. It's okay. Mostly we want to have it for the sake of buffing Union, Tyons, or Boros forms more than anything else. The reason why it's mostly fine to leave it unfused is because Strategos has a native skill that extends the timer on buff effects. So we won't get double duration from having it fused, but we get 130% of the normal duration, even at rank 1. And that's long enough to make it last if we use Mirror Trap in the last round of a chain attack. So that we have the buffs active for Union, Tyons, or Boros. But the skills we do want to apply as master skills are Ethereal Ability and Protector's Pride. So that's actually some great defaults there. And then for gems, the usual Soothing Breath, Life-Saving Expertise, and also the usual accessory.
Come on,
Okay.
who else?
So now I'm going to control Ion, and we're going to do the quest, The Lost Off-seer, and that requires us to go up here to the Orion Tunnels entrance. As a reminder, we're trying to find Moraine because her off-seeing partner, Shijima, has disappeared. I'm going to let this Ancel pass by, and then we'll talk to her. So he's out basically having some alone time in the Aegis Wilderness. We can just warp right over to Zem's Crossway and find him. So Shijima has left because he's close to his homecoming, and now that the flame clock is broken, he feels like he's lost his purpose, and he just doesn't want to be an off-seer anymore. So warp back to Moraine. Having brought Shijima with us, I guess we convinced him to come back. And Moraine has encountered some other Egmons. We got the free attack up buff from the skill on Strategos, so either Tyon or Isser triggered that. So what? Of course, I just die immediately. What I was trying to say was I'm gonna, now that we have 2 buff arts on most of the team, just go straight into Union, Tyons, Ouroboros and spam Atomize and Maktha Raid. And that should make really quick work of this fight. So there's no acquiring Thaumaturge, which means everyone has unlocked the class now, since he was the D-aptitude character. And Moraine is hiding behind this rock. So, Shijima's given up his plan of leaving and journeying to the castle. Instead, he's coming back to Lambda.
So that's the state of affairs.
Alright, so as usual, class change time again. Although the first step is to go to Noah and buy up rank 10 and Thaumaturge on him. That gives him access to Ultimate Qigong as well. And even though the class arts are ether-based, it is still best to give Ultimate Qigong to Noah to maximize his damage just on his Fusion Heart. Wide slash here. That's not the only thing we want it for. Of course, when he gets into other classes that are very physically focused, it'll be incredibly powerful. But we might as well grab it now. Also, we're sending Uni back to FMJ. You can see she's almost unlocked Yumsmith. But she's going back to FMJ. Ion has had a little taste of Strategos, and now we're moving him to Thaumaturge because Ultimate Qigong is the most important skill to go get. And Lance will stay in Thaumaturge. Senna's going back to Guardian Commander, and she'll take up Yumsmith one more time for the upcoming boss fight, and that'll get her to rank 10. So in the meantime, she can do something else.
Real good care of the bad guys.
She's all set up already. Tyon needs everything configured, so rank splitter, Weeping Current, Divine Protection, Myopic Screen, Multi-Blast, that's all. We actually want Shield Bash here. Protector's Pride for recharge, Fighting Prowess for damage. Soothing Breath and Ironclad. Again, HP boost to maximize the Armor Veil effect. And for Uni, the only thing that's changed is we need to replace her belt. And that should be it. So we got FMJ, Thaumaturge, FMJ, Thaumaturge, Thaumaturge, Guardian Commander. Basically, all of our class choices are dictated by the fact that these classes give us a really important art in Shield Bash, or a really important skill in Ultimate Qigong, or a really important art in Quick Draw. And they're just, you know, good at combat too. So the next place we're going to explore is around the lake in this part of Fornis. Let's just skip over to Sealess Terrace Camp first. So Totutu tells us about the road down here to the southeast. We still can't actually get through, but you can go pretty far in that direction if you want. It's just all the enemies are like level 40. So down here,
Decent, right?
we got some ether channels to harvest and a couple, well, one elite enemy to kill as well. And that's the elite urchin who is guarding the next ether channel.
Don't trip on your laces, yeah?
Look who's talking.
Smooth as always, no.
Even though we have a 4-level advantage, this can actually be a kind of tough fight because
One good turn deserves another.
urchins have these big AoE attacks, high block rates, and
I'll keep up the attack.
they're just generally and can inflict poison, I think, and they're just generally very annoying. But with 4 healers in the squad, we should be alright. And I have Tyon set up to do both topple and daze, which is why I'm controlling him to make sure we can hold those for the right times.
Good going, Uni. Fatal. My stride. Not so stiff after all, is it? Let's rip him a new one.
Quick draw.
Quick draw.
One good turn deserves another.
Unfortunately, Senna did not get Awakening from her deflector field.
We can do this.
But all good.
Feel the power.
Now we're in the swing of things.
Urchin materials are another of those things we were hoping to harvest for our gem crafting, so we'd like to see some drops from those. We're going to kill 3 elite urchins, so we have some chances for that.
Cheers, you're
One
the
good
gem.
turn deserves another.
You didn't
We can hit
disappoint.
hard with the chain attack.
Time to send them packing.
Deflect
Fire
the field.
Yeah. Now we're top. Rank split keep on pelting them.
Ah. Oh, my topple got blocked, so what's that?
I'm getting the hang of this.
We can. Uni, I'm asking you. Please work with me a little.
You are? You're supposed to be following me.
This was a nice find.
Might as well claim this.
What does this have? Oh, an ice headband. That's one of those really useless low-level crit boosting items.
Good thing we found this.
Oh, look at
Big
that.
dive.
Here we are then.
Hello, Segna. We'll be seeing you.
Is that what I think it is?
We'll get some good
We've
use
been
out of
spotted.
this.
So, we did get attacked by a level 23 creature, but one nice thing about being a higher level at this point, and I will double back for the container here. Supply drop, rather.
Tyon, can you take that side?
But we're level 28 now, and the highest level Turkins in this cave are level 26, so we get to totally ignore those, which is nice. I'm really glad that Turkins and Ignas don't follow the Agnes and Kavesi troops rules, where the humanoid enemies will normally attack you regardless of level difference.
Better give it a good once-over.
There's another unique monster. I think Dapper Sepiar is far harder than all of the unique monsters up to like level 27. Just goes to show you how toxic urchins can be.
They're on us. Orders?
You're dealing with me.
Appreciate it.
Somebody wants to do 100% without getting over-leveled, without being as optimal as you. Is that really simple or still strict? The important things is it won't be like following the class path that I'm doing. But you're just going to want to like progress from quest to quest pretty quickly and not do a lot of grinding outside of that. This is kind of an exception. This is one of the segments where I am fighting a whole bunch of optional battles. But the thing I'm really optimizing is like what classes I unlock and level up along the way. The other really important thing is turn off overkill and only really go for chain attacks when you need them in really tough fights. And then once you get Smash as an option, well, basically from early in Chapter 5 onward, you mostly shouldn't be killing things with chain attacks anymore. And that will let you do all the quests and explore all the areas without ever getting over leveled.
Got it all figured out. Too easy. Come after me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
So yeah, overkill off, chain attacks only for boss fights. Once you get regular access to Smash as a fusion art,
This was a nice find.
mostly smash things to death instead of chaining them to
Good
death.
thing we found this.
Here we are then.
Disney Ledge is above the Terra Wastelands, so that's the Turkin headquarters are right below us, and that outpost where we got that gear for what's his face?
You think you're all that good?
Valdi is below as well. There's also stuff over here, but we can't get to that yet.
I'd better send them off.
How do you go super speed? I'm using a cheat that lets me run at triple speed when I hold down Y. basically just to speed up these exploratory segments. There's a lot I can talk about for this game,
Hey,
but
get a load
there's
of
also a lot of dead air to try to fill. So I don't want to have too much time just running around.
Oh, that's a rare one.
So, yeah, we got that. Okay, last urchin. This one's a lucky one too. Cool.
Make this quick. Looking good, Noah.
Eat it.
I see fatal. Razor wind.
The other really annoying thing about urchins is a lot of their attacks have knockbacks that will interrupt you as well, even when they're not blocking.
You're a lifesaver. I see you. Break. Quick draw.
Even though the enemy is broken now, I'm waiting to get Divine Protection up first because I'm trying to get first. There we go.
Efficient healing is also crucial.
Wow, thanks.
I'll keep up the attack. Looking good, Noah. Break.
The hunt is power. We can do this.
I can feel it in my bones.
Go.
Glitter, no
Quick draw.
Bring it on.
It's also pretty telling that I'm 5 levels over this guy and it still lived long enough for me to charge up my chain attack gauge before it died.
There's a notch on my belt.
All right. It's open. Ha! Well, we've been found.
It's kind of a shame that it's raining right now, because I think that diminishes the view quite a bit, but we're going to get to a secret area up here that is sometimes pretty spectacular.
Oh, look at that.
We just got a rare Shadow Mask as a random drop from that last urchin, but if we didn't, it would be guaranteed one here from this container.
Now to ascend.
How can we use it with Z to turn the rain off?
I've never seen anything like it.
You can't do that by passing time, can you? No. I know you can by fast traveling or dying. In fact, let's do it.
Did I read things wrong?
You guys.
That didn't even work. It's still raining. But hey, there's Raybell Tableland in all its glory. And Ribby Flats. And part of Danot Desert. And the Aegis Wilderness. And Elase Highway over there.
Gotta keep nice
And there's
and
Isha
limber.
in the background. Yeah, still nice view. Okay.
Getting this was a nice find.
Patented jump and fall 80 meters and grab onto some vines at the last second for no damage technique. Lets us descend quickly, and then we can drop down here to send off a husk. And that'll be the last thing in this area. Next, we're going to go back into Ribby Flats, and I mentioned that we were going to deal with the Igna materials. In fact, when we talked about how when we got to these... Hello? Why is my left trigger not working? when we did the skirmishes around Ribby Flats the first time around, it was Turkins versus Ignas, and we sided with the Ignas all the time, because those are the ones who gave us the Napon coin rewards. But those are the only low-level Ignas in the whole game, are the ones you can fight in those skirmishes. The next lowest level Ignas are like level 38, and they're in an entirely new region after Pentelas. So if you want to get the materials for those gems,
That's a pretty smart
and
move.
some of those, the gems you can forge with them are useful, you have to go side with the Turkins against the Ignas in those skirmishes. And that's what we're going to do now. Although first, I want to do some cooking. Sunny and Cheerios Caravan is like the only one that actually sells you anything useful, because rare Garaffa tenderloins are used in a recipe for a meal that simultaneously boosts your drop rate and your collectible pickup rate. And these essentially multiply with each other to determine the quantity of items you get as drops. Because enemy drop boost raises the rate at which they drop the items in their drop pool, and the collectible boost gives you that percentage chance of duplicating the items you pick up when you run around the world. So any droppable item from an enemy that isn't a key item, including things like accessories, can be boosted by the collectible boost effect. So if you're ever farming for accessories, you often want to look for a collectible boost. It doesn't work on things like knock-on coins because those are key items. And they get directly added to your inventory when you earn them instead of actually... Even though they're visually shown as dropping on the ground, they don't actually get dropped on the ground. Like from containers and things. Okay. So I would like to get 3 things. A common Igna weapon, a rare Igna weapon, and a common Igna rejuvenator from the 3 skirmishes that we're about to repeat.
Decent, right?
So monsters even fight among themselves.
It's vital to keep a record of events.
Side with the Turkins.
The outcome is patently clear.
That's right. Let's make it quick.
Noble top! How
Quick roll!
We got the common rejuvenator and weapons. We're just looking for the rare weapon now.
Too easy!
Way too
Come
soon.
after me. Hear that, Noah? Lance wants something a bit meatier.
Okay, no joy with that one.
Good thing we found this.
The outcome is patently clear. It has to be done.
You're dealing with me. Senna! Love to see it.
Divine protection.
I must prove myself useful to you.
Thanks for the support. Fatal barrage!
Divine protection.
Did that Turkin just force a topple? Yeah. Actually, both Turkin and Igna have topple arts. And if I remember correctly, we had a skirmish over on the way up to Raybel Tableland after we got Valdi, where we got bailed out by a clutch topple from an Igna ally.
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I wasn't looking. Did I get
I'm the
my Igna weapon? I did. Great. So we got all the ingredients we wanted to get from this. We will still clear the other skirmish anyway, though.
Are they fighting each
The outcome is patently clear.
Surely we can handle such a foe. I'll make this quick. Looking good, Noah. I must prove myself useful to you.
You didn't disappoint.
Go! Dead set!
I really want to fight that Garbus over there.
You're dealing with me. Cheers, you're a gem.
Think we could take him now?
Liberating Colony.
I've lost the enemy.
Break!
We have superiority.
You're on fire,
Such a cute little
Lance.
guy. He's so small.
Spectacular.
It's vital to keep a record of events.
And I was the MVP.
Look at him.
You were all thinking it.
Ironically called Big S.
Don't let your guard down for a second.
These are the smallest Arbuses in the game.
But we have no choice.
You're dealing with me.
Perfect time.
I see you. Run, Spectre. Keep on coming. You're on fire, Lance.
I thought I was unstoppable. Senna! Senna, wake up!
What's happening?
I'll get you shit.
What's crazy about this is we might actually be able to do it.
Orion! They'll pay for this.
I got careless. Lance, did I push you too hard?
Oh, compressive shock will probably... No? I thought that was an AoE attack. Ah, there we go.
Lance, did I push you too hard? Violent scream.
This isn't like you.
I'm sorry, Tyon. I can manage from here.
You know there's still more to do.
I'll make up for lost time.
Sorry, but we still need you.
I'm sorry.
Noah!
Sufficient healing is also...
Everyone healed up.
Come on, Gaia Crash, kill me.
Lost the enemy.
Nope. This is lasting way longer than I thought it would. We're 18 levels behind.
No complaints.
Time to get cracking.
Sorry. You guys.
I'll come to your aid. Dearth. Wide slash.
I'll get you ship shape in no time. Got you. That's all
It's
it's
coming.
Done more.
I'm sorry. I'll get you up in a sec.
Come on, you chump. Kill me. I want you to wipe my party.
Fine protection.
You guys.
I'll come to your aid.
Senna, don't exhaust yourself.
Sorry for dragging you down.
Quick draw. Sleeping current.
I'm pretty sure I could literally win this fight. I could chain attack and kill if I wanted to.
Wanna die? Uni, this can't be happening.
Now back to the
Did everything wrong? I'll get you up in a sec.
Yeah, okay. I think I've proven dinosaurs are chump. Goodbye. Morose, you wouldn't hear the chain attack music because I'm using a cheat that turns off the chain attack music right now. Well, that was fun. Okay, so we're looking to get to a genuinely frightening amount of extra experience. Did I? 2370. I need 154 experience now. Wow. All right, let's go see what else we need to pick up.
Whoa, got a rare doodah right here.
Everyone, get some rest.
Finished.
Got ultimate counter,
Straight away.
one of the worst gems in the game. Analyze weakness, very good.
Shall we try it straight away?
Okay. I want to mostly focus on lower level targets, so I want to hunt an Arden or 3. Taos would be good. Then Garafa. Don't really want to go for things like Arachno Queens because they're worth like 150 experience on their own. Or more. Copy bow would be good to fight too. So Arden, Taos, Garafa, Copy bow. Alright, let's take a look.
Will that be all for now?
They say 152.
Everyone got
Is there a cheat to make the levels adjustable in your first playthrough? Yes, there is. Yeah, you can use that to down level with the bonus experience system. And honestly, I recommend installing that because it's great. It means you don't have to worry about the whole over level avoidance thing. You can just down level when you need to. Okay. Do 2375. I'm looking for 2529. So yeah, 154. Alright, I'm gonna kill a couple of Arden, see if we get some Arden horns, and then go from there. Any of you sparkly? No.
The outcome is patently clear.
You can be sure I'll do my part.
Is my Nintendo PC an R model, a discontinued Y model, or an experimental new model based on a discontinued Y model? I feel like I should know what that's referring to, but I don't. Oh, I do know what it's referring to. Mine is an R model
Unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gun.
because the R model correctly renders stuff and doesn't have horrible vertex explosions that would kill people with epilepsy.
I can't even call this practice.
I could do this with my eyes closed.
This should not be
I'll
on
keep
the
up
little.
the attack.
Time to get cracked.
I've lost the enemy.
Fatal!
Cheers, you're a gem.
Although that's a relatively recent development. The R model used to be pretty bad.
Mind protection. This should not be on the little. Time to get cracked. Time to unite.
Falcon. Swoop.
Fire flow. Yeah.
Got you. Fatal.
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gun.
Did I get Arden Horns? I wasn't looking. Nope. No joy. Let's go kill one more then.
This is something decent, right?
Anybody sparkly? No. Okay.
I can't even call this practice.
Surely we can handle this.
Gone for 1 hour and you've gone up 1 level seems about right. So true.
Appreciate it.
Fatal! Barra!
Has it really been an hour on Steam already? I guess it has.
Go! Divine quick roll!
We're still in the development phase for combat. I'm really looking forward to... We're about
Cheers, you're a gem.
2/3 or 3/4 of the way through this chapter when suddenly we will be able to kill these basic enemies very quickly.
You're supposed to be following.
Okay. Okay, I need 19 more experience. So let's go kill a Kapiba, level 18. How convenient.
Is that what I think it is?
Here.
I see you!
I'll keep on pelting them.
I don't know how you're dealing with me.
Life wells within me.
I mean, frankly, our next hero will also give us a pretty tremendous level of power,
What we're made for.
but definitely it's the one after that that really unlocks the damage features in this game. 25, 29. All right. Well, not too successful at hunting the creatures, but at least we got all the stuff we needed from the Ignas. So now we're going to take a little sojourn back into Dana Desert, and for that we want Mio and FMJ, and conveniently she has just unlocked that. That was, I think, when we were fighting the urchins. She got enough class experience to go for that. So
I'm fine with attacking.
FMJ on Mio, so we'll run triple Full Metal Jaguar on the squad. Thaumaturge on Tyon, and Lance has not quite hit rank 5, so he hasn't unlocked Ultimate Qigong yet, but we'll take a detour back into Guardian Commander just temporarily for this segment. He's got the Shadow Mask, very good, so I think he's set, and Mio needs some setup. Fatal Barrage, Quick Draw. She does have Overfall and Wide Slash. For skills, we want Ultimate Qigong, an Ethereal ability, Accurate Grace, Empowered Combo, Steam Belt, all good. Perfect.
Come on, who else?
I'll do my best.
I've never seen the I'm about to level up and you look just like just enough experience shirt. That sounds funny. Alright, back to Namba Bound. Last time we ran straight north for Valdi's quest, and then we also went into the cave at Raptor Perch, but now we're going to go east to the past the Kavesi group transport into this big crater, which has another fight that's probably tougher than that Darbus, actually, especially if you draw aggro from both enemies at once. There is a duo of elite Aspars guarding this container down here.
Come on now!
I don't really want to fight them both at once, so I'm pulling backwards.
This'll keep me going.
Stay away from the second one.
Fatal barrage.
Quick draw! Fatal barrage! This!
Quick draw.
Fatal
Diviner
barrage!
One good turn deserves enemies broken away from me.
Dead set!
Come here. I got something for you.
This'll keep me going.
I'll keep up the attack. Looking good, Noah.
Giant
Overfall. Divine protection.
Eat quick draw!
Break.
Swoop!
Falcon.
Quick draw!
Fatal barrage.
We could try to abuse Uni and Tyon's Ouroboros even for a fight like this. I don't think it's really that much more effective than just regular combat in single enemy battles like this one. It's just incredible in group fights.
Now we're in the swing of things.
Deflector field.
Giant
Divine protection.
What I will do is go pull the other Aspar in now so I can keep my talent
We're dealing with me. Back.
talent gauge build up.
This ain't the heart of it. All figured out.
No ball. Fatal barrage. Razor wing. I got it. Don't give up. Quick draw. I'll keep up the attack.
Smooth as always, Noah.
Fatal barrage!
Violent flurry. Break. Giant no ball. Divine protection. Falcon.
Hit 'em over and over.
I'll have to get on your level. One good turn.
Non-shield bash.
You're a lightsaber. I see you. Liberating Colony. It's about time we finish this.
Anytime you want. This!
Falcon.
Things are
Are you ready,
building up.
Uni?
Quick
Now we bring them to their
advantage!
knees. This is your show.
Ready to roll. The old switcheroo.
They're all counting on you.
Well, it probably is substantially faster than regular combat still,
That's how you pull off a
now that we
win.
look at it.
Yeah.
Anyway, you would think maybe, two elite enemies guarding a container here to have something good, right? Nope, just gemstones.
Keep it moving.
Looks like a pretty rare specimen. Good thing we found this.
Such is the off-seer's duty.
There are some creatures around here that are a lot more devastating than that Darbus, like this elite Eclipse Marin. We will try not to draw its attention.
May you sleep peacefully.
Might as well claim this.
This has got to be worth a
I guess it's nice to see the rain in the desert. Anyway, that container's a lot better just because it has 2 silver Nopon coins. So, way more valuable than some gemstones at least, if still kind of boring. Go for more Nopon coins in this skirmish.
Don't worry, I'll handle it. Quick draw. Are you ready, Uni?
We should definitely be using Uni and Tyon for skirmish fights like this.
Very well, this is your show.
I'll give it a rinse, the old switcheroo.
They're counting on you, Uni.
Ready to roll, the old
I'm
switcheroo.
getting the swing of it.
Falcon.
Very well.
The fact that Atomize even has blowdown, it's like the cherry on top. Just to unlock enemies while you're spamming high-powered parts at them.
And I was the MVP. You're all
That was, I think, FMJ on Lance. Yeah, so last one, unlock it.
Thinking it.
Up here, we'll take down the elite itself.
Guys, get ready to fight.
The elemental surprise!
I'll keep on
Knew
the
you
attack.
had it in you, Mimi!
Come here. I got something for you.
Thanks!
That Marin can come over and interfere with this fight, so let's just hope that doesn't happen.
Overboard!
Divine quick draw.
Quick draw! Ah! I've lost the enemy!
Go,
Now,
Blade.
you're dealing with me!
Cheers, you're a gem.
Ah! I've lost the enemy!
If you're watching the art recharges, you can see that when
I see
people are announcing that they've lost the enemy, I'm actually getting much faster art recharge out of that because of the Protector Sprite effect. And unfortunately, we just missed the day's timing there because I had to sneak in an extra field art to charge Demise Thrust. Shame. Should have just waited and held my topple and days combos for later.
fire flow. Quick.
Too easy. Come after me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
Warhead, you'll be doing the atomize switching strat in your next playthrough. It's very powerful. If you watch what they do in the speed run, this phase of the game is basically all about setting up the party to just apply a bunch of buffs and then use Unitie on atomize Raptor Raid spam to clear fights really quickly. Except boss fights where you still need chain attacks mostly. For now. Right, so back to the
Do
east.
worse than battle that.
We have a couple of copy buzz we want to take out over here.
Listen for my orders.
I'll follow every word.
Good going, Uni.
Come here. I got something for you.
Perfect time.
I'm going to fight both of them at once because I think we can get away with it.
Fire quick draw.
Counting on you, Uni.
Ready to roll, go switcheroo.
Counting on you, Uni.
Ready to roll, go switcheroo.
The route is your show.
Ready to roll,
Nothing goes.
go switcheroo.
Counting on you, Uni.
Ready to roll.
Now the downside of having blow down on atomize is it does blow the enemies away from you and then you have to go follow them. Very sad.
Watch on my belt.
Very well. Counting on you, Uni.
Ready to roll, go free fire.
Very well. Counting. Just a little more.
That's the weak point.
You're cold!
Fatal. Barra. That's the weak. We can do better yet.
Divine protection.
Come here. I got something for you.
You're a lifesaver. Snuff.
Enemy's broken away from me.
Break.
You're dealing with me!
Thanks.
Snowball.
Corn.
Divine.
I guess one downside of that strategy though is I'm not getting any bursts in,
Too easy. Come after me.
which
and
might
that's
mean
what
more
you get.
farming.
If only
Later
you
in
didn't
the game.
charge off on your own. Oh,
We still can't afford to go in that big crater because of the level like 80 something unique monster in there. But we can explore the perimeter of the desert a little bit more. We've also got this decrepit Hulk over here, which we will not clear yet because the enemies are level 35 and they're Ropples, which are terrifying at that level when they're 7 levels over you. But I'm actually really glad it's daytime, 'cause that means we get
Oh, look at that.
excellent moment here.
The great sword in all its glory.
So true,
If we can get
Lance.
through here, it'll just be a stone's throw away.
I mean, I think it'll be more than a stone's throw, buddy. That's pretty far. Down here, for some reason, there's a level 60, like 67 or 68 elite Scorpox guarding nothing but a single husk, just chilling behind the Hulk. Kind Kind of makes me wonder if they, thought they were going to put something extra in this little corner,
Such
or
is the off-seer's duty.
what? Maybe they just thought it'd be a fun idea to stick a random guy in the area who's 40 levels higher than the rest of the desert. He is sort of misplaced, I guess, because there is a place with high-level score boxes. And I think this is a rendering bug, although I don't know if it happens normally, but you can see a door over on that ledge over there, and it appears to be open. Sadly, it is not. I'm not going to get the supply drop here, unless it's totally undefended, but I think it's always defended by Kevesi troops, and I don't want to fight them. So I'm just going to run up here and harvest this ether.
Something we can make
Good
use
thing
of.
we found this.
And back over this way, we've got one more elite creature flying around, an elite key flyer.
Brute force is my jam.
We're counting on you, Senna. Regroup on me.
Roger, Dodger.
Hello? We're just trying to pull him back over solid ground so we could topple him. Okay.
Razor wind! I see you! Right
Noble!
splitter!
Oh, the enemy's on me! Senna! Love to see it!
Mirror trap! Falcon! Liberating Colony!
Fire! Quick draw! Flash!
Go!
Up! Yeah! Senna! Love to see it!
Quick draw! Deflector field!
See? I'm guard! Senna! Love to see it! Ah! I've lost the enemy!
Well,
Come here!
didn't get dazed. Very sad.
Got it all figured out.
You saw a glitch to get into that door earlier, but you don't think you can do anything in there? That would make sense. There's a very late game boss fight behind that door, but that's all. Yep. You can't even interact with it.
Noah, would you mind?
There's other stuff to do in this side of the desert. There's another unique monster up on the ledge up there. We're not going to fight him yet, so we're just going to cut over across to the western side of the desert now. And I'm hoping that the music cutting out there does not mean something bad. Yeah, but it does. Unfortunate. I hope the last autosave was recent. Luckily, I have a scene prepared for this. Okay, we're just about loaded up again. Come on. Where are we at? Worst case, we just have to do those fights in Down Desert again because it autosaves whenever you fast travel. Okay, back to... Oh yeah, we skipped back to the
That
Blue
sound.
Bluffs. Good. Okay. So we should just have to
This was
fight
a nice
that
find.
the flyer again.
Supply drop. Looks like we might get
should
lucky.
harvest this ether.
Imagine I just lost all my saves. To restart the run.
The outcome is patently clear.
I could do this with my eyes closed.
Liberating Colony.
You're dealing with me. Senna! Love to see it!
Fire flow!
Divine protection.
Overfall!
Razor wind! Quick draw!
Quick
I
draw!
found my stride.
Not so stiff after all, eh, is it? Let's rip them a new one.
No one's top! You're dealing with me!
Cheers, you're a gem.
Got you!
White slash!
White slash!
I missed my window. That's unfortunate.
The attack.
Smooth as always, Noah.
Quick draw!
Another. You're a lifesaver.
Yeah, if I just let my teammate topple instead of trying to do it myself, I would have been able to go for the daze burst.
We should harvest this
But I didn't
ether.
have the fusion arts up for the daze, so I wasn't able to cancel into it. I'm such a failure.
Noah, would you mind?
Noah, you're so far away. Don't you want to be closer?
It's vital to keep a record of events.
Okay, let's try that again. Lures a Stonehammer. Hooray! Over this way. We actually saw these guys before. We ran past them. But we've got a pair of elite caterpiles we can kill.
All right, get it over with. Come here. I got something for you.
Perfect timing. Liberating Colony.
I see you! Enemy reinforcements! It's okay. Quick draw!
Do I know my Bill of Rights? Why?
You're dealing with me!
Perfect timing.
Enemy's broken away from me. Noble, come here. I got something for you.
Thanks for the support.
Right slash! Violent
Overfall!
Quick draw! Mirror trap! The mind efficiency
Cheers for that.
Good going, Uni! Divine protection!
I'll keep the enemies on
Feel
me!
the power!
Now we're in the swing of things!
Quick draw! Liberating Colony.
Overfall! You're dealing with me!
A big help indeed.
Quick draw!
Divine protection!
The power of Ouroboros!
I'm more than strong enough to punch your lights out.
Overfall!
Quick draw! I'll keep up the attack.
Smooth as always, Noah.
Retro advantage!
Yes, Giga Gamer, I'm familiar with my rights.
Things are building up.
Don't really know what that has to do with this stream.
We can hit hard with the chain attack.
Oh yeah, let me at him.
Fatal barrel! Gathering momentum!
We can do better yet.
Quick draw! Falcon!
There are no rights in Ionios. You know, if Zed really is the administrator of the whole world and he can dictate how things work,
If only you didn't charge off.
he's
when
kind of
you-
doing a bad job tilting things in his own favor.
Oh,
He
look at
should be a lot more creative about that kind of power. Where was I? Okay. I want to go over to this little area. I don't want to fight the regular Ropples or the Taos flying by, but I do want to fight... Oh, hello. Don't turn around. I do want to fight the Elite Roppel in the back. Oh, I drew both. Never mind. Run away. Okay. There we go.
We are so winning this.
I couldn't agree more. Go!
Fire! Press
Go here! I got something for you! Appreciate it. Fatal! Deep in corridor! Firefall! I see you! Protection!
Overflow! Flurry!
Break!
Big! Quick!
Down my stride. Not so snap. Enemy's broken away from me.
You're dealing with me.
Thanks! Is this fucking me yet? Well, I can hang back. Don't give up. White flash! Overfall!
Got teammates are just falling off the cliff here. I do not want to burst this Roppel off the edge, so what I'm going to try to do is get behind it and then topple. Should be fine. I think I mentioned before, but if you knock enemies off of the cliffs, well, they don't take fall damage, so I think you would actually just live and end up at the bottom of the cliffside. But if he did get deleted by the fall, you wouldn't get credit for the kill. It would just respawn. Oh, I didn't realize I had my burst art up. Oh well.
I'm getting in the swing of this.
Might as well claim this.
One last thing to do over here. I want to make sure I hit the quicksands and pick up the location marker over here, and then good.
Keep
Okay,
it moving.
back to the Stonehammer. This time we're going to go north to the Ether Sphere.
Step aside or we will trample you.
Now you're talking miles.
For whatever reason, the 2 score boxes here are higher in level than all the regular ones around the desert. I think the normal ones range from 24 to 25, and these are 27. I don't even know why they did it that way.
Broken away from me. I got something for you.
This'll keep me going. Quick!
Razor wind. White down my stride. Not so stiff after all, is it? Let's rip on a new one. I'll keep on pelting them.
Just as planned, Aeon.
Go! Quick! I'll keep up the attack.
Beautiful.
Smooth as always, Noah.
White!
Another
We're
notch on my
unstoppable
belt.
with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gall.
Harvesting Ethersphere. We'd best use it to enhance Eno's skills.
So we're almost level 29.
Is this like a rare thing?
Try to get in here and get the ether before that Taos
Good
comes
thing we
back
found
around.
this.
And then over in the north wall, find a bunch more Roppels. There's a husk.
I'd better send
There's a unique Roppel in that crater, so we'll come back later for that. Auto-selling is a very nice feature. I agree. Although, frankly, I wish we could just designate certain kinds of accessories that should also be auto-sold. Because what it auto-sells is just items that are definitionally vendor trash, and that's not different from just giving you money. It's not really an auto-selling feature in any meaningful sense. It's just changing the enemy drops to money drops. And that's permanent from the beginning of chapter 2.
Is this like a rare thing?
It is possible to get behind these score boxes without fighting them to get to the container on this ledge, but I don't need to not fight them, so I'll just take them both down.
Well within I have prepared a big help indeed. Hey! Time to unite!
Quick now! Hit 'em over and over!
Good going, Uni! Nothing. Enemy's broken away from me.
Fire!
Me yet. Thanks. I must prove myself useful to you. Cheers to that.
Quick! The enemy's on me!
Great work, Senna. Efficient healing is also crucial.
Thanks for the support!
Divine protection. Within me.
Nice!
Very good.
That's how you pull off a win.
Yeah. See if we can keep this up.
Might as well claim this.
Onward to our next secret area.
Oh, wow. I've never seen anything like it.
Pretty.
This is something decent, right?
There's nothing to do here except get
Good
more
thing we
ether,
found
though.
this.
And we're already capped, so we're just auto-selling that. And I wish it didn't auto-sell ether, honestly.
We should harvest this ether.
It's worth a pretty pitiful amount of money. Same with Napon coins, especially. So next up, when we drop down from that ledge, we spawn this elite Roppel at the entrance.
Let's play
I'll
this
take him down
smart.
too.
Smart? I can smart. Kinda.
Come here. I got something for you.
Perfect time.
Love that line from Senna.
Quick draw. Right splitter. Gyre fall.
Divine protection.
Giant swing!
Yeah, break. Deep in cold.
Mirror trap. Wide slash. Quick draw. No roll.
Divine protection.
Go. Gyre fall. Break.
Right split. Deep in cold.
Topple. I see fatal. Aura. Feel that. Oh,
Actually missed my own topple, I think, but got bailed out by someone else toppling
power.
during my day's art.
Swing of things.
I see you.
That's it. Why? No roll. Quick draw.
No ball. Corn. Fountain.
The flames are feeling
Wide
Divine
slash.
protection.
Go. Quick draw.
These days are hard. Got it all figured out.
That was pretty much what I expected.
I'd say we were moving in sync. Right, Tyon?
And the last part we're going to explore here is in that crater. We've got a couple husks up on the ledges here, and then at the bottom of that, at the bottom of the basin, we have 2 more husks.
Here we are then.
We can't just leave this be.
Such is the off-seer's duty.
So good news is we're almost done with our backtrack. We just need to make sure we had 689 experience. We have 459, so that's another 230 that we can use to hunt stuff for gem crafting. While we do that, I want to go to Saphronia tree, because there's a little bit of unique dialogue we can get with Izzard in the party.
Hey, you're not getting all soppy on us now, are you?
Looking at these flowers, it gets so easy to lose myself in thought.
How nice. Let's check what we need for gems again.
Everyone, get some rest.
Okay, I'm going to try for the Arden Horns, the Taus, and the Capybara Lard. None of these gems are really that important, but it's kind of annoying to go back and farm those. So, hoping for Arden Horns first. Like I said, I believe I
Alright,
have
let's get going.
230 experience to work with. Yeah.
It's a wasted.
So let's... Ooh. Lovely.
Looks like a pretty
Shiny
rare
Arden.
specimen.
The outcome is patently clear.
I could do this with my eyes closed.
You're dealing with me.
Perfect time. This should up the odds a little. Thanks. Liberating Colony. Ha! I see you. Deflected.
Got you!
I'll keep up the attack. It's a part of me now.
Horns, horns, horns. Yeah, nice. Okay. Then I want a Taos wingtip.
The outcome is patently clear.
We'll be out of here in no time.
I'll keep on pelting
You
you.
hit
Just as planned, eh, Tyler?
I got something for you.
Perfect time. Divine protection.
Quick draw. Gyre flow.
Overfall!
Wingtip,
That
wingtip.
was spectacular.
Not a rare
And
one.
I was the MVP.
Dang.
You were all thinking it.
I can't even call this practice.
That's right. Let's make it quick.
Go!
Quick draw. You're dealing with me.
Appreciate it.
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with
Yay,
the
wingtip.
gall.
And Capyba. We were looking for, what was it? Rare Capyba lard or something? 530, 159 to go.
Whoa,
Shiny
what's
Capyba.
for
Call
that
this
one?
practice.
Let's end this quickly.
Did you just see that damage? We just took off half its health in the first volley. I mean, I know it's a level 18 enemy, but still.
You're dealing with me.
You're a lifesaver.
Ah, sweet Capyba lard. Okay, I think that first kill got it.
After me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own. Everyone, get some rest.
Nice.
Nothing to be sniffed at. Finished.
Okay, then the most important gem, I guess there are two gems for us to really care about. Soothing Breath and Empowered Combo. So I'm going to hunt Armu Sirloin, just common variety, so I don't need to look for special enemies. And also, with whatever experience we have left, go for some Garafas.
That's enough for today.
Armus are worth
Fresh
25 or
and ready to take
29
on the
experience right now. Okay.
I can't even call this practice.
Let's light these mudders up.
Divine protection.
Quick draw. All coming together. Nothing going. Try a little
We're
harder.
unstoppable with you around, Senna.
Yummy
I'm the
Armu
girl
Sirloin.
with the gall.
And then Garafas, right? So these are worth 29 at 18 or 35 at 19. Actually want exactly 100 experience now. So that doesn't work out evenly, but very close.
I can't even call this practice.
They seem a little crazy.
Colony forward kill for an armor sirloin, and we're just cramming it into a furnace. It's pretty bizarre what we put in these gems. They're mostly organic, it turns out. Very strange.
See me in action, Mimi? Sure I did, Sana. You look great.
Got a tenderloin and an electrical organ. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna look for another level 19 Garafa after this. That should give me another 35 experience. And then one more XP after that. Should do it.
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gall.
Yeah.
can't even call this practice.
All right, get it over with.
Come here! I got something for you! Perfect time. Falcon! Divine protection!
Quick draw!
Gyre
Keep
Fall!
up the pressure! Fire! Got you!
Are the gems edible?
Overcall!
Quick draw!
Superb teamwork.
What were they gonna do? Make me yawn myself?
I don't want to
death?
try it. They're apparently shelf stable because they last a long time. But I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, 1 experience point.
That sound. This way.
That's how they get the effects.
Come here! I got something for you! Appreciate it.
Too
You like-
easy.
Well, you obviously don't eat too much of your gem or you'd run out. So
If only
what, you
didn't
like lick
charge
it
off on your own.
before you go into battle. Just like how we decided how all the stat boosters work in Fire Emblem. You definitely snort the spirit dust. Energy drop you eat. Speedwing. Did we decide what speedwings do? Talisman obviously you wear. Draco shield you would wear. Anyway, since we saw some unique dialogue, let's go grab a little bit more with Teach. I don't know if this is the only cave where he does it, but it's the only one I've seen him do it. If we visit Serato Spring and exit the cave now, I believe we'll hear him express his love for cave exploration.
Whenever you see a cave, you must always give it a good spelunking. You agree, of course.
So true, buddy. A good spelunking indeed.
At your service.
Alright. I'm going to go back, forge those gems, and then we'll move on. We're going to go back to Pentelas and make some forward progress. Eat the boots, too? No, you lick the boots. Duh.
I'll draw up the rota for guard duty.
And people say you wear the boots, but that can't be right because boots affect the movement of people who are flying and aren't, like, walking. So, gotta be something else. What else do you do with boots? You lick them. Not saying that's necessarily a good thing to do in life, but
Finished.
apparently in Fire Emblem it makes you move faster.
Nothing to
So
be
it's a
sniffed
commentary on how you get ahead in life, I guess.
at. Nothing to be sniffed at.
Alright, that was a pretty successful gem hunt, all in all.
Do it, you think?
And I did put Izzard back in the party, yes.
All right,
Okay.
let's get going.
So-
Time's a waste.
I've got a couple class changes to do once again. We're going Nipponic Champion now.
Provide the perfect
Thaumaturge for Lance. Zephyr.
Gotta keep you guys
That's not
safe.
Zephyr. Zephyr
Take real good
on
care of
Senna.
the bad guys.
So, sticking with combo support on Tyon, no changes there. And on Senna, we've got Airfang, Myopic Screen, Butterfly Blade, Cross Impact. I think everything's right on her, except now you can run Protector's Pride. And I guess we'll change out her gems for Defender ones as well. And give her one of our Shadow Masks. It's kind of nice that we have 2 rare ones now. And Lance is still set up with Thaumaturge, just fine, but he did get to rank 5 in Guardian Commander, so he has also unlocked Protector's Pride. Cool.
Might as well, yeah?
Just to triple check. FMJ. All right, back to Pentalos. And straight to the Aquifer Exhaust. We're going to fight a couple of extra enemies down here. We'll do the Skirmish and the Ether Sphere, and then depending on what levels of the enemies we face in the Skirmish, we might have to go hunt a couple of additional creatures. Do you lick the secret book too? No, that you read. But unfortunately, it's enchanted to destroy itself once you read it, so that's why you can't share it with other party members.
Aside, or we will trample you.
Work together and we'll have this done quick.
You're dealing with
You know, there aren't a lot of places in this game where you fight algos.
I've lost the enemy.
This is the first place you can encounter them, and then I think the only other place where they're in any significant quantity is a single island in not the next region, but the region after that.
Like wells within me.
Razor wind! I've lost the enemy. You're dealing with me.
Feel that? Oh yeah!
You want some more?
The heat is up!
Yeah. Feels just like it should.
Dazzling
Keep
illusion.
piling on the damage.
Let's show them.
Man, I'm getting in the swing of it.
Time for a double leaping current.
That was out of order. What happens when you give the secret book to Nino then? Is it a picture book? Is Nino not literate? This is some GBA FE deep lore that I'm totally ignorant of.
Don't trip on your laces, yeah?
Look who's talking.
Make this quick to get on your level.
I'm the one you want.
Time to get cracking.
Giant
That should give us a leg up.
A big help indeed.
Leaping current.
Lost the enemy.
I see you. Quick draw.
Divine protection.
Quick draw.
Good job, Uni. Dual flap.
Air. Flag.
Giant roll.
Wide flag.
Divine
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gall.
I guess, realistically speaking, you wouldn't expect most soldiers in a Fire Emblem army to be literate.
Here, I believe. Eno's gonna buff right up with this.
So, I suppose that makes sense, but not so much for a spellcaster who has
The upper level of the
been
Great
trained on
Falls, eh? Could we get there by
had to
clambering
learn
up
them,
Colony
I
Land?
guess.
Maybe you and Senna could.
Alright, we are short by a quantity of experience. In fact, we were always going to be. We need to get to 1466. So let's go check what other things we can farm for gems. Yeah, I got leaked. Leet Speak hasn't been in vogue in what?
No one can fight on empty
Like
batteries.
15 years? I feel like ever since the advent of the smartphone, that went away. I think it's mostly Upas and Kramits that we want to go fight now. Okay. Take down a couple wisps
Should we
too.
get a move on?
Maybe save them for final touch-ups. So 1337, I need 1466. So 129. Toast, you're on vacation, but you wanted to send a chat so you don't lose your fan status. Well, vacation's obviously the best time to watch, right? What else could you have to do that's better than watching some guy on the internet play a single-player game at not a particularly impressive pace?
It just popped out of the ground and then dropped something. Is that what I think it is?
Break!
You're dealing with me.
Cheers for that. That should give us a leg up.
Cheers, you're dead.
Gatling illusion! Fire fall!
Divine protection.
Overboard.
We've got them pinned down!
Yes,
Leaping
Ben,
current!
you see me in action, Mimi?
Sure I did, Sana. You look great.
This was a nice find.
Ah, this'll be over like that!
That's right. Let's make it quick. You're dealing with me.
Time to get cracking!
I actually took a day off
Gatling illusion!
2 weeks ago to go to a water park with a bunch of my friends, which was pretty cool. I hadn't been to one in
I'd say we were moving in sync.
like
right, Kyle?
probably 15 or 20 years since I was
Hey, the
Kid?
monster dropped something.
like, I think even before I was a teenager, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that was interesting.
They're mince meat! Kick 'em aside!
We'll be out of here in no time. You're dealing with me.
Cheers for that! Dazzling illusion!
Sideways.
Is the no pause music an update you missed, or is it a mod? It is a cheat.
That was spectacular.
I don't mind the pause menu music, but the thing I like about not having it is it lets
You all think
the regular track can continue. So otherwise it interrupts and then the overworld track will restart from the beginning. 1466, so I can take 39 more. Okay. All right, one more level 21 cram it.
They're mince meat! Kick 'em aside!
We can take them head on.
Divine protection!
And the other thing I have is a cheat that makes it so that the time doesn't get set to morning when you fast travel.
Sure I
Just
did, Sana.
keeps the
You
previous
look
time,
great.
and that means you get to hear the night tracks a lot more. I just realized I forgot to hit this ether channel way back when. Let me go grab that. See, there was a benefit from going to fight that that one Darbus
What
after all.
fresh horrors this thing dropped.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, 9 more experience. We'll go kill a single. Wisp. Oh, 14 is
Hey,
good.
ugly.
Break!
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gall.
Didn't get the drop we wanted from that, but that's okay. I think we should be able to forge some extra stuff now.
If you don't mind.
The most important one is empowered combo.
Get it equipped!
So grab Steady Striker. And... okay. Do we need Kramit stuff for anything else? Got the Viscera.
It's done.
Huh. No, evidently not. At least not for these next set of gems. Cool.
That should be about enough.
Well, we got some new developments out of that. One is Lance got to rank 5 in Thaumaturge, so he's got the most important thing out of that class now. And that means it's time for another quick class change. We are going to run... yeah, let's do Thaumaturge Mio.
To me.
Guardian Commander Lance. About to change out his skills. We should have Ultimate Qigong now. And Yumsmith Senna
You line 'em up,
for the
I'll
next
knock
boss
'em
fight.
down.
Senna wants a Shadow Mask because it is a land creature. Lance also wants a Shadow Mask. We'll stick with the defensive options on Tyon. Smio is the same. On Noah, because we do have 2 other people who can break for us, I'm going to go for Violent Flurry
Violent flurry.
on him, so it's basically an effort to maximize damage. I think that'll be good. So we've just double checking some notes real quick. We are at 689, or sorry, at 1466. Yep. Okay. So, time for a boss. Except, not
you want
quite
me
yet. One tiny detour.
Let's go someplace else.
We won't fight the Hoxes around here. But instead of running straight at the next story objective,
Right here.
and by God, what is that creature in the distance? I don't know, because we're falling off. Whee!
That smarts.
Down here, you can send off a husk and deploy what might be the most useless shortcut ladder in the whole game. I think that's pretty fair. It puts you out. It gives you a fast way to climb up from the aquifer exhaust area, roughly, but you have to climb the ladder and then also climb the vines behind.
Who wants to do the honors?
Get anywhere with it, and you might as well just warp to either of the landmarks that are up on the upper level and not have to do all the climbing. So I don't really know why this is here.
It's good to keep a record.
Anyway, what we're expecting here, you can see we got 3 people at rank 9. Uni and Senna should both hit rank 10 in this fight, and Tyon should get pretty close to rank 10 himself.
Watch your footing, guys.
We do get the rare cutscene trigger in the middle of a ladder climb, though, so... unique moments in the game right there. Is there a reason this is here? Or a reason we're fighting it? No. Absolutely not. But they couldn't just go through the whole game and not ever make you fight one of the dragons they made, right?
I'll keep their attention on me.
Just as planned, Tyon.
I see fatal.
There's no reason to go for a burst, really, other than the healing effect, because unfortunately this boss does not drop any of the items that Drags normally do. So all you get from the burst is the big heal from the Thaumaturge skill. So I'm just going to control an attacker and work from there. One thing that's really annoying about this fight is there's, well, it's common to all Drags, but all of their moves make them move back slightly over time. So if you just stay still and keep attacking and don't try to pursue them, they will eventually back out of your attack range. And you have to manually move forward and get back in range. And it's made a little bit worse by Full Metal Jaguar because quick draw will move you backwards too. I like Random Dragon too. I've seen cooler, but it's a pretty good design. I like all its purpleness. And here we go. Always pick green first, but especially if green is the hero. We would prefer if we didn't end up using Izzard a whole bunch in this chain attack so that we could retain him for the last Ouroboros round and get his second buff art, because our only other buff is on our single Thaumaturge, but it's not really that important.
This should be our plan of attack. I'll make it.
That's going to be pretty hard when we get Tyon's order next.
I have your back, whatever the weather. Keep hitting hard. Take this.
Check out what I've got in mind.
Do you think this plan might work?
I wonder if... Yeah, probably the best thing is Senna's order and have Izzard go first and then Noah.
More where that came from.
And one for good measure.
I've got an idea.
Check out what I've
Too
got in
right
mind.
to pick mine.
I think I can do... Yeah. Can't fit Senna in, unfortunately.
Here's the finisher.
Fatal barrage.
But I should be able now to do Senna into Uni in the final round. That's probably going to be enough to kill. And maybe not into Uni.
Too right you pick mine.
Because that'd be like 38 or so, and then 50. That would be 60. Let's just leave with Uni. And buff. And I'm definitely going to kill with Noah, so might as well just do that.
How about this?
Any last words?
Although I suppose for cutscene continuity, it would be better to be finishing this with Senna and Lance, come to think of it.
You know the drill.
You can count on me. Domination.
We were fantastic just then.
Would you just
Or Dragon.
already?
The real reason for this fight is to introduce this a conversation about what's going on when your Ouroboros
can we
form
do something about this
gets
sparking
overheated.
noise?
How would I know?
And that sets
Just
up something for
cancel
later.
the interlink or something, I guess.
It only starts after an extended period, after our bodies start to heat up.
To me, it sounds like a warning for something.
A warning? What do you think will happen if we leave it?
Huh? I don't have much desire to find out.
Think it's something dangerous?
Well, it can't be anything fun. You expect balloons and confetti with that noise?
Maybe not.
Oh, too bad, Jay.
Looks like that backfired on you, didn't it? Better be prepared for the consequences.
Really? I was only interested in putting in an appearance. You're making it sound like I took some huge risk.
Oh, come on now, guys.
You know, I really want to know what's
Jay's been
going
on the
on
bench
with
all this time. I get why he might be a little
with
stimulated by
O's
a bit of
physiology under that armor.
Well,
Like,
it was pretty dramatic, I'll give you that.
is he just a human who's like 8 feet tall and an
You seem
absolute
pleased
unit
with
of a man?
yourself. P.
Something else?
Oh. And
Is he
that's
Boreas?
you. Does he know?
Is it our turn to shine?
I don't know. I've got zero idea what's going through his brain sometimes.
Not even you?
I'm sure Em could tell you. Not that she's shown herself recently. What could it be? I do hope it's something fun. Let's be off, though.
Right, yo!
Have a good one.
Maybe he's Boreas' cousin. Aureus. Dance on Isard is so funny. I want to avoid interlinking again for a while. I don't think this is a mechanic. I'm actually not sure, but I don't think you get your interlinking disabled. I'm really curious now.
Just part of the protocol, innit?
Fight with focus.
I practically know this.
No, it's not disabled at all.
Determination! Protection!
Yeah, you can just do it. Anyway, we got a bit of exploration to do, but we're not going to do any more fighting for our next story battle. So, just a quick run through the rest of the area.
I see an ether channel.
I also
How
do.
about it?
Oh,
Shall we take it
forgot
on?
about the Rogel that spawns in when you come up from this side. I do also want to change classes after that fight because we did max out a couple of them. So that's going to be some wholesale changes, actually. We're going Medic Gunner on Noah,
I can take care of support.
FMJ on
Fine with attacking.
Mio again, Nipponic Champion or Uni,
Getting past me.
Thaumaturge on Ion, so he's almost there to rank 5. I think that will just leave Uni left to work on it, and Senna. Yeah. So, and then Guardian Commander also on Senna.
Real good care of the bad guys.
So again, we got these two focusing on unlocking their topple art. Going for Ultimate Qigong here. Uni wants to unlock Tri-Slash. Mia would like to grab Quick Draw. It'll make her late game Agni and Attacker classes a lot more effective. And Noah just kind of picks out a healer role that he's decent at, which happens to be Medic Gunner. He also has decent aptitude for Strategos, but he hasn't unlocked it yet because we haven't been using a Strategos other than Izzard mostly. So, on Noah, because we paid to raise up Thaumaturge, we unlocked the Spear Point Thrust art, and that's a kind of neat master art to use. High cooldown, but it inflicts Bind, which is a nice effect for our healers to be able to inflict. So he's going to run that. He's also got both Protector's Pride and Ultimate Qigong to use. Soothing Breath, Life-Saving Expertise is great, and Wing Necklace is correct. Mio, no changes, so she's all set. Uni, I guess I do have some changes marked here, but oh yeah, I know. Because she finished FMJ, she's unlocked Quick Draw. I'm gonna put that on her together with Dual Flash. So we'll have Dual Flash and Quick Draw as an evasion fusion with quick cooldowns. Then we'll have another evasion fusion with Refractive Edge and Myopic Screening together. And then we'll put Tri-Slash unfused. Should work nicely. TLNT, if we 22 Mobius if we exclude the original 3. It's interesting because there's definitely a place in the game that tells you there are 26 Mobius. Tyon's all good. I do want to change accessories on Lance because the next fight's going to have 5 enemies in it. We're going to run the Cracked Crystal once again. So he'll still be able to, or his damage will grow with each kill we get. And I'll stick with the white belt on Senna to have someone with extra, topple duration support. Lance is the stronger character to use the Cracked Crystal on because he has access to Ultimate Qigong. Did I never set that, even though I talked about it? Anyway, yeah. Ultimate Qigong Fighting Prowess. Okay. You think that was a bluff? It could have been incorrect information. I forget exactly the context in which you learned that. But I don't think it's coming from someone who definitively knows the truth and would be honest about it. 3-3. Alright, so as we're exploring here, I want to make sure to visit the waterfalls. on the side here so that we actually get credit for the second cataract location, although we already did. I just realized. Under Great Cotte Falls on the right, you can see the location.
Look at this. Let's see if we
or like the sub-location you've gotten to. So we got that. The reason I care about visiting all the locations, even the ones that don't give you SP, is because when you find them all, it will clear out the map for you and eliminate any like lingering patches of black covering the map area. So you don't have to meticulously run through and uncover every inch. You just have to find all the locations, all the named locations, and then the game will just reveal it all for you. I'll take a quick drop down here. There's a unique Ammonite. Ammonite? I guess Ammonite would probably be the pronunciation they'd be going for. Ammonite enemy in the water there, but we're not going to talk to Francis yet. Hello. Goodbye. Were the Mobius that were killed and future redeemed ever replaced with new members, or did they stay dead? They were replaced.
Huh? What's that? I suggest we take a break.
So it hasn't been the same cast of Mobius forever.
You know,
And since everyone's all tuckered out, we need to rest here to advance the story.
about that thing.
So we'll do that.
Finally, we can relax.
Ah, there you are. I don't want to mither, but aren't you on tent duty today?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'll head back in. What?
It's all finished.
Huh?
We already packed it all up.
Then what was the point of telling me? Don't you have better things to do?
Hey, you owe us one. I'm just joking. Are you okay?
What do you mean, okay?
These last few days, it's been a lot, right?
That's why you're concerned?
Yeah, you got it. We were worried. Your problems are our problems. Just because someone says they're doing okay, doesn't mean everything actually is fine with them.
You know, there's a word for people like you. Busybodies, all of you.
Now, Tyon, that is completely uncalled for.
Huh?
You two really must be bored stiff. Good grief.
Everyone needs to let off steam.
Is my life that entertaining to you? I'll allow it.
Hey, that watch.
Our lifetimes run for 10 years only. But this pocket watch has already lived
Come to
for
think of
longer
it, I think
than
this is one of the few significant interactions where it's just Tyon and Mio and Noah together.
on that battlefield. I don't know what you made of it exactly, but frankly, to me, it was a load of nonsense.
Most of Tyon scenes, I feel like, are with
Not even
Uni,
enough to
obviously,
push us together.
and then Lance.
But that's changed. If Nimue life is represented by her dreams, then in remembering those, I carry her life with me. Perhaps now, I can give a purpose to my life. She'd live on if I were to pass her dreams on to others.
Thinking about it a little bit more, I'm not even sure I could tell you what the relationship between Tyon and Senna
I've done some thinking.
is like.
If I had just
I feel like they
say,
hardly ever do
10
anything
more
with each
years,
other.
No, even 5. With just a bit of borrowed time.
That's what happens when you have a
How many more
TP
memories
difference of
could
20, I
fit
guess.
Inside this little pocket watch.
And that's why you're here now.
Well, that's half of it.
What's the other half then?
Oh, well... In fact, just forget it.
Oh, come on. You've already told us that much. Might as well give us the whole story.
This is just not the place or time for it. That's all.
Lame. Still, it was a nice chat. Dreams in objects. Huh?
Sometimes when I hear people with an accent like Tyon's talk a lot, it makes me think about the fact that Americans flap our T's. And then I feel like I have to experiment with speaking in my native accent, but really enunciating all the T's. Enunciating. So I would say enunciating, but yeah, enunciating. And it's so weird. Like, imagine an American saying pattern instead of pattern. Ugh.
That sound.
We'll have to climb up here to exit the Great Falls area.
If you're having a hard time, Mimi, I'll be more than happy to carry you. Oops, they found us.
Opportunity's too good to pass up. I say we retrieve it.
I am ignoring that unique monster, of course. I think what's coming up next is the most obscure location in the game. So here's Titan Rock. I'm doing it. Titan Rock. Ugh, weird. But if you go all the way out to the end, you get
I wonder what's around here.
Titan Rock Apex. I have no idea what would ever motivate you to do that, but that's what you have to do to get all the locations in the game. Now, I guess we're not quite at the top of Great Cotte Falls, but
Hey, check it out. We can climb up.
we're at the top for most things that matter. If we climb these vines here, we can get up the side of this mysteriously outside of the game universe, contemporary looking skyscraper building.
Time for a climb.
If you played Xenoblade 2, you will understand what this is. Or what it represents. And why it might be here. Kind of unfortunate that Moritha doesn't have as much of an actual presence in this game, though. I wish they'd done more with it. But hey, Origin Shard at the top as a reward for climbing all the way up there. And we can dive off into the waters below now. And on to the next cutscene. Weird the Apex isn't a secret area. It absolutely should have been. It's much more secret than most of the secret areas.
Is that?
That's Kev Castle, all right? First time seeing it.
Yeah.
Also,
Same level of elaborate as Castle of Agnes.
in this view of Kev Castle from here, you can just barely make out the remnants of the Ardanian Titan.
But downslope, we could go via the forest.
In the DLC, there's more of it still, but a lot of it has been blown away by Annihilation events. So I never realized I guess other than by color scheme, I guess there was that association. But other than that, I didn't really realize that was supposed to be part of More Ardane that was featured there. But in Future Redeem, you can see the head, and it makes it a lot more obvious. Did we ever see Kevesi soldiers with those crests on the front of their helmets normally in the game?
Me neither. The last
Are those
time I had
unique
an
for this
audience with
scene?
the Queen, she had come in person to the war front. Commander Ethel. Fornis forward, Army's Colony 4. Reporting in as ordered, Your Majesty.
It has been some time, hasn't it?
Mom, I'm elated to find you in good stead, Your Majesty. That you would grace us with your presence is an honor above my station.
We can dispense with the stiff preambles, Ethel. En?
Mom.
En? Consul En. That's him.
En. The head honcho of Kavesi Consuls himself. The Golden Consul.
What is that?
The Annihilator. The latest weapon in our military arsenal. It utilizes breakthroughs in application of the annihilation effect.
You've harnessed it.
Not only is its power without equal, it has another exquisite benefit. Let me show you.
What, you mean right here and now?
Indeed. This will be its finest hour. The Orion Mountains. A terrible shame. Her Majesty has a soft spot for them.
No.
Please do not think ill of me.
You wouldn't. Not Orion. Except not even the part that you can explore. I actually think this would be incredibly cool if that blasted a hole in the top of the Orion tunnels and suddenly it let in a whole bunch of light and the map was changed and everything. That would be awesome. But yeah, there's no change to the tunnels area.
What was that? Just thunder, innit?
Brighter than any lightning I've ever seen.
Still ringing in ears. Where did the light come from?
No idea. But this can't be good.
What incredible power.
Its effective range has no discernible limit whatsoever.
What are you?
I'm saying an attack like the one you just witnessed can be delivered anywhere.
So you mean to use this weapon against Agnes? If you were to use this, then what about the clocks?
Who said anything about using it on Agnes?
Mom?
The next target will be this.
The look on Borealis's face there. Man. Betrayal.
I'll handle this. What's this? Should be reaching Maktha Wildwood soon.
I hear it's tough going inside. We'd best be on the lookout.
Good thing we found this.
Let's check out the view. I like the floating islands with the forest on them. a lot more than the dead ones that we can actually explore later.
Watch the moss, guys. Mind you don't slip. Whoa. Yeah!
He says, falling flat on his ass himself.
Ether cylinders auto cell when you go above
Bloody
99.
hilarious. You're always taking the mick out of me. Noah.
Huh? Did you say something?
Oh, don't come crying if you fall.
You seem like you're a million miles away. Lot on your mind?
Yeah, kinda. Mio!
Thank you.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just lost my footing for a second. I'm okay. For now, I'm okay.
For now? Are you not feeling 100%?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm totally fine, promise. Like I said, I just missed my footing.
If you start feeling worse, just say. I don't want you hiding it.
You're a kind man, aren't you?
I'm just being polite. Whoa!
Okay, time to get down and do some push-ups myself.
So what was on your mind earlier?
Yeah, that light. I was wondering if it had anything to do with us.
You think maybe... could it have been something that Mobius did? Huh?
We know that they're hunting us.
And
Tyon, you told us before that our consoles were actually the same.
Yeah, I did say that.
After that, nobody said so, but we were all thinking it. The war between Agnes and Keves and the
20.
consoles.
Come on, Lance and
Or
Senna.
rather, Mobius.
What are you doing?
They must be connected somehow.
It could be that all the fighting, it might be that it's all orchestrated according to Mobius.
And to them, Ouroboros only spelled trouble.
Since we keep wrecking their
I
flame
think 30 is a
clocks
good
and all,
stopping point.
they must really hate us messing
Every
with
day
their
is a
stuff,
training
I
day.
guess.
So true.
So we're one big thorn in their side.
It does stand to reason that's why we're their targets. But it doesn't tell us anything about why our colonies fight. Any theories?
Not as yet. But I figure, isn't discovering that our real objective here, right? If we seek out the city, maybe we'll find answers.
One way to know.
Should we rest?
Hey, we're at the Old Way camp. You might be wondering why there's a Lebnis right there. And there's your question answered. It's Dorn and Bam Bam. Hello. But we're not going to talk to them just yet. We're going to go over to the trader pond.
Only what we've budgeted for.
This one doesn't really have much of anything of value, but we can at least say hello. And Loloka over here can give us another Napalm Pebble.
We have some new names registered.
Your Orion mountains blow away. And we will take our leave now.
Is that what I think it is? This was a nice find.
Huh? This is new.
Might as well claim this.
Welcome to Maktha Wildwood. That was another Fornis.
Man, those Mobius mooks, they make my feathers stand on end. Ending people's lives like it doesn't matter.
It is a very cool aesthetic.
Their word for people like that? Know what Nopon
And I would just like to be able to go through some of the buildings and
idea.
stuff. I think that'd be
Tell
cool.
us.
You don't really get to do that.
Riku, what does that mean then?
It be the extreme bad guy.
Ah, I think I get it.
Meme? What's up, Manana?
Ben, Onoa and Mio and friends, supervillain pon.
You're labeling us?
Labeling. Because friends
This conversation sounds kind of, you know, childish,
not make them
or this point of view from Manana at least seems very naive. But I think what's interesting about it is,
So when no choice,
from the perspective of a lot of other people in this world,
Wanted to.
what
It's just how it worked.
the 6 Ouroboros pals are doing and what they eventually will aim to do in this game could very easily be seen as an act of supervillainy. And I think that's pretty cool.
The world is bad. Huh, I never thought of it like that.
Now that you mention it, what in the world are we even here for?
I wouldn't strain your brain too much.
Sounds like you have.
What gave you that idea?
Cut the snark, just tell me.
The end point of it is suicide.
Say what?
If you don't want to hurt others, you'll end up denying your own right to survive. Eventually, you come to the conclusion that the world may well be better off without your presence. The only resolution then is to erase the self, to die. See? Pointless.
YouTube, please don't demonetize me.
Isn't that taking it too far?
The world doesn't just vanish because you've closed your eyes.
What?
The moon. Think about it. Why is it that the moon shines? Just because we're watching? Of course not. Even if humans were gone, it would shine on, illuminating the land beneath. And yet, we're the ones that give meaning to it. We say, bit dim tonight, or looks brighter than usual, eh? Similarly, we can now imbue the world with meaning or change it. It's a privilege we were lucky to obtain.
And that's the power of Ouroboros.
We're obliged to use it. We can make a difference.
So we don't become supervillains.
That's one thing to aim for, at least. Right?
So much to see, huh?
Wow. Just want to highlight that Uni is almost unlocked, Strategos, and Noah's on his way there. Once we go ahead to the north there, we're going to get into another fight. So
It would only be right to give them
that's going to be the battle against the Mystery Agnes Ninjas, which we will see in a second. And once the cutscene's over, I'll talk through tactics, I guess. I do have everyone set. Medic Gunner, FMJ. Yep. Okay.
Hey, you sure we're going the right way, guys?
Well, it's a path at least.
Looks like it's going to be a real pain getting through here.
True, but we don't have the luxury of loitering.
Well, I don't see any other road to take, so let's just get this over with. Judy, look out!
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a cat person?
What the? An ambush!
Ah! Weapons! Quick!
Okay, so we have Agnes Fighter A, B, C, D, and E. A is the leader with a unique outfit. B is a healer. C is a defender, and D and E are attackers. We're gonna go for B first, and then take out D and E while building up our chain attack, and then eliminating C, and then chaining A for victory. So if we can find B, there we go. Focus on them first.
Like wells within you. Lan, did I push you too hard?
You're dealing with me.
Could use a break, please.
I got you.
Come on, get away.
A big help indeed.
Well, the nice thing is we have basically permanent uptime on Vector's Pride in that initial phase because there were so many people getting targeted. Now I'm going for E. Not even going to worry too much about getting bursts here, actually. Just use my regular arts as they come off cooldown and keep the fight going. I could chain attack A now, but because my main attacker is largely an AoE attacker, I don't want to accidentally kill any of the other enemies during the chain attack because I will get double experience for like collateral kills. So we'll focus on finishing off the last of the minions before we go on and do the chain attack. On days. Okay, nice. Gotta burst in. So I'm gonna wait for a break now. In the meantime, I can use my level 3 Ouroboros. Refreshing Rain is the Talon art. And that's pretty significant damage, but not too much when the whole team was already healthy because of that burst. I do not want to trigger the chain attack while I'm controlling a level 3 Ouroboros, so I'm going to end this and then chain.
We are more than capable. Check out what I've got in mind.
Okay, no green, we go with red. And take Mio straight into Isser. Does All Rest even have ninjas? Yes, these. Oh, All Rest? I don't know.
I have your back, whatever the weather.
One more for the road.
have a response?
Good, we got this.
Leave it to me.
There's a chance Mio hits 80 on her own, but if she does, it's no real problem. And she did by exactly. Okay.
Special measures.
So slightly suboptimal, but it'll be faster in the end, I think.
I used my thinking muscles for this one.
We want Uni's order. Yes.
Too right to pick mine. Allow me.
I have your back, whatever the weather.
Oh, that's too much, actually. Dang, Izzard, why do you have so much TP?
Any last words?
Should have gone for Tyon, I guess.
This should be our plan of attack.
And Tyon's order.
I get first dibs. Me next.
I was waiting for this. How about this?
I'll end it here. Ooh.
Keep hitting hard.
Let's see if we can finish this without actually triggering the chain order. That would be ideal.
Let me do the honors.
I think we can.
You're in for it now.
Didn't
Yeah,
think
nice.
I'd be falling here.
We just want to pass through. We're not looking for trouble.
Come on, guys. What's your problem?
Juniper, Imogen's at her limit. She can't keep going.
Huh?
Spark! And we could have had their life
Spark!
too. So close.
That's very unfortunate. We'll have to retreat then.
What was all that about? Weirdos.
Noah, what's wrong?
I was just thinking.
About that archer? They seem quite the formidable opponent, to be sure.
That's true, but there was something else about them.
Say, you don't think...
Those soldiers' flame clocks. They might be getting low.
Oh, come on, Noah. You'd better not be thinking of offering your assistance.
It's hard to put into words, but something's off.
What, and you think we have time to be traipsing around on this whim of yours?
It really bothers you?
Yeah.
Give it up, Tyon. Once Noah's like this, there's no stopping him.
Oh, why do I bother?
Besides, Noah's intuition's usually pretty on the mark.
We could just take a look. A tiny little peek?
Fine. I can see no amount of reasoning is going to dissuade you. However, if it turns out to be nothing, we head straight back and move on. Acceptable?
That's fine. Okay, let's move. We should be able to catch up to them if we follow their tracks. Getting late. We should find somewhere to rest.
So, Noah, do we rest or do we follow their tracks? I don't understand. Anyhow, we hit exactly level 30. That is, of course, on purpose. But it also means we have new accessory slots, finally. And we need to make some changes to our team. In the next fight, Izzard will leave the party and will be replaced. So we need to make sure we have at least 2 healers outside of him. but we also want to make sure we have some significant damage outputs. So Noah's going back to Full Metal Jaguar. We're running Full Metal Jaguar on Mio still, and the Nipponic Champion's fine on Uni. For Ion, he'll take up Strategos once again. We're going to stick Lance in War Medic for more healing power. And Senna will go to Zephyr.
Take real good care of the bad guys.
Hey. So with this team, it doesn't really matter. We're going to equip the Chip Black Brooch on Noah, so an extra damage boost. Other than that, he's fine exactly the way he is. Mio will go, because we only have one of those, Mio will go for a Friendship Badge to basically mimic the boost that Noah's getting from Protector's Pride. Uni will pick one of our Shadow Masks. Tyon can run an Iron Temple Guard for safety. We'll give him the non-legendary one, just because Lance has more HP for the legendary one to boost. So both our healers get extra defensive equipment here, and we'll stick the gear support on Senna. On Lance, we do want to store his gems. We changed to Ironclad for the boss fight with Jay, but we'll switch back to this for better revival. And on Senna, I think since we have multiple sources of myopic screen now, we'll have her run a slightly more offense-oriented set. So we'll drop myopic screen and have her use Hidden Thorn. So she's got, power charge, Hidden Thorn art going for her. Okay, and that looks good to me. Time to follow the Mystery Agnes Ninjas.
No, you know how folks are when their flame clock runs low? They'll come on us like starved beasts.
Yeah, I know. But I can't just turn a blind eye.
This is, once again, one of those cases where, as a yellow quest, you don't have to follow the trail. You can actually just run to where it goes, and it works just fine. Well, basically, we just took a shortcut there to intersect with it.
Judging by how the tracks stop here, it seems that this is where those soldiers passed through.
Through here? But how?
Doesn't look easily traversable, does it?
Yeah, I can't see us getting across there anytime soon.
We could always take a detour. Look, this way.
Yeah. Thanks, Tyon.
Like I said, we can't afford to be hanging around here. Come on, we haven't got all day.
Nimble little so-and-sos sliding down here on a rope.
I wonder if they could teach me to do that.
Boy, I wonder that too.
We've been spotted.
Behind that rubble there is an item, so we're gonna run back and go get it.
Might as well claim this.
When I say item, I mean a pure gemstone, so not that exciting.
This is crazy. There was a colony here?
That's right. This is an abandoned colony.
Please listen to us.
I guess it's worth highlighting. Although it did
We can free you from your flame clock.
indirectly come up in
Free us?
the discussion at the end of the
You don't
fight.
have much time left on yours, do you?
This
We can
is
help you with
a
that, so if you
non-binary
just
character.
Stop
They're consistently
attacking you.
referred to as they or them.
Yeah.
All right. I'll hear you out.
Thank you.
Please, come in.
They're still wary of us. Can't let our guard down. We have some new names registered. New allied colony
Not a lot
data.
of people around. Yeah. It's quite unlike any other colony.
I don't know. It's not that much emptier than all the other colonies. A little bit.
We have some new names registered.
Even for a place this tumble down, the people here seem so resigned.
Yeah. It feels like it's completely cut off from the outside world.
I've seen a few colonies with dwindling flame clocks before, but this one is especially bizarre.
It's like they're not trying to survive here at all. Do you get that impression?
Back when I was stationed at Lambda, I'd heard rumors about Colony Tau.
What did they say?
That deep in the forest, there's a colony with some very peculiar customs and traditions. This is my first time seeing it in reality, but I never expected it to be so run down.
Did you have any dealings with it?
None at all. This is just hearsay from Commander Izzard.
Anyway, we should hurry. Let's smash the flame clock and free everyone.
It being an abandoned colony, we are continually starved of sufficient life sources.
Wait. Are you the commander?
That's right. Sorry, I failed to tell you before. I am Juniper, and it's my job to lead Colony Tau.
If that's so, then surely you must know who we are.
I'm afraid I know nothing.
Ah.
We have no need of such information.
Juniper told us we'd welcome you in, whoever you might turn out to be. So, that's the rule. We don't ask questions.
But you attacked us back there.
Our scouts told us about some monsters in the forest they've never seen before. So, we sent them out on a hunt. But then they bumped into you en route. They must have figured it'd be more efficient to get you out of the way first.
Though, contrary to our plan, we were made to retreat.
Oh yeah? What about your consul? Where are they hiding?
I told you, this is an abandoned colony. Our consul rarely visits us.
You're in such a strange situation.
All the more reason to get you out of this predicament.
I think you guys are getting the wrong end of the stick here.
It's true. We aren't afraid of Colony Tau's flame clock running out. All it means is the end of our days gazing at our ever-diminishing supply.
But you could die.
Uh-huh. As if we just let you waltz in and break our flame clock.
We all have to perish someday. If our lives should expire, then we'll sink into silence, darkness, oblivion. We'll return to the earth.
Yes, but you can't just...
The land will take us, and we will simply be. That's how it is at Colony Tau. No one will ever think of us, and yet here we are. Slowly but surely, we are withering. We don't always find the nutrition that we need to live. If Colony Tau cannot accumulate the vital flames it needs, then it proves only that we were too weak.
I think probably yes,
in
Solomon.
nature,
It's
the weak
for
are
amusement.
destined to perish.
Why not?
The logic would dictate that nature is pushing you to become stronger.
If we set you free, you won't have to worry about all this crap.
We neither worry nor fear for what may come to pass.
We've already lost so many of our friends and allies.
And every time, we return to their bodies to the earth. Such will be our fate.
What's the point of fearing the inevitable? We know we're gonna die. What's wrong with us living the way we always have?
But how do you live without hope?
It will spell the end of the story that our predecessors weaved for generations. A tale cut short. I won't argue that it feels a little melancholy. In that sense, if we were to be freed from the flame clock, then...
Juniper! Bad news!
Tell me?
The monsters are coming straight for the colony, and they already took one of us down!
No. They came all the way here.
We'll join you.
We have some new names registered.
We will join you in just a second. Let me poke around your colony and rummage in the corners. Maybe see if there's any stuff you guys aren't using.
All right, it's open.
Oh, great, gemstones. What about up here?
Might as well claim this.
And our prize is gemstones. Over this way, we got an elevator, which we can't use.
This was a nice find.
I think this is how it goes.
And a new device.
Will it move now?
A rope launcher. Which, sadly, we cannot use. So. Back down to the Fornis, I guess. Anything in these houses or tents? Nope. No. Okay, no more loot? Alright. But before we go ahead and help out, let's go upgrade our soul trees. Noah, we have enough SP now to get Omnipresent Blade upgraded. And I'm going to go ahead and grab Heat Control Arts Canceling, even though it's totally useless, because it blocks the pathway to the next attack up node. On Mio, we'll take... We don't care about buying Arts Canceling, so we'll take Dual Fang. Critical Plus. Critical Up. So she's got all her attack boosts and all of her critical boosts too. We bought every single node that's related to her raw damage. Not enough for heat control time though. On Uni, we'll grab both Feather Sanctuary and the enhanced Typhoon Field, even though we don't really care about Typhoon Field at this point. We want to make our way towards upgrading Liberty Wing and Shared Blessing. I guess I could go ahead and buy this, but it doesn't do anything right now, so we'll hold off. With her arts, I actually want to experiment here, since we basically only ever spam Raptor Rage and Atomize, but Uni can stand to gain a lot of damage if she gets a buff. I'm going to add Feather Sanctuary to ensure that, if need be, she can supply at least one buff to the party and charge up her own Shared Blessing skill. Tyon is just saving to enhance Shared Curse so that he can get to his next attack up node, so he's doing nothing. Lance, we'd like to go get Volcano Cannon. We are approaching a point in the game where it might make sense to actually focus on the combo capabilities of Lance and Senna, so as part of that we want to get Lance's launch art. And Senna would like to actually get unlock Arts Canceling, so we'll enhance Hellbound.
Whoa, new power.
She doesn't care about the Arts Canceling normally, but if she's going for combos, and she's the one inflicting the launch with, I guess it's not on here, but with Earth Crusher, then we want her to be able to transition straight into Wing Smash. Okay, and with that, we should be good to go. I do want to save before this fight. It's not the worst, but it can be pretty tricky. Actually want to start with Lance. So my basic plan is I'm going to have to fight 3 Rhinans up ahead. When we go out to the start this fight, Juniper is going to join the party, replacing Izzard. So my basic game plan is I'm going to start the battle, immediately use my buff art Cure Bullet, then switch to Tyon. Hopefully Tyon will have activated his skill Preemption Gambit. We have a 60% chance of that firing, and if that's the case, he'll provide attack up to everyone. Then he can also use Mirror Trap to provide a 3rd buff, and then we interlink and spam Atomize Raptor Raid over and over again.
Juniper, we need orders!
This is perfectly fine. We'll defeat them right here.
Juniper!
What are you?
Ask us later. We'll back you up.
Thank you. I'll fight to the best of my ability as well.
Here we go!
We got new folks on the map.
Nice. Mirror Trap. Once that goes off, interlink. Good. Okay, 3 buffs. Should be pretty good. I think we're getting the max shared blessing bonus. Down. Okay, I'll use the talent art as well.
I appreciate it.
In general, you get more DPS from just spamming the 2 regular arts and not using the talent art, but you can extend the duration, and sometimes that's useful. Because Tyon and Uni have the skills that, for example, freeze buff timers or freeze debuff timers. Or make enemies more susceptible to debuffs. Alright, not too bad.
Guillaume's okay. He's still alive. Thank the flames.
I'm so glad we made it in time. I'm so glad. Again, accept my thanks. We couldn't have done this without you.
Don't worry about it.
I suppose it's strange of me to talk about the laws of nature when I fear losing my friends.
Not at all. Honestly, that seems like the most natural thing of all.
When you told me that you would release us from the flame clock, I thought that if you really were telling the truth, it would make life easier. But at the same time, I began to hate the fact that I was looking for a way out. Looking up at our clock, seeing the life ebbing away, I'd already accepted my fate. And letting go of that status quo, wretched though it was, after so long, I was scared of what might happen if we did.
Juniper.
Noah, your words at the time seemed so appealing to me. I could not destroy the collective efforts that became the colony and everything it represents with my own 2 hands. But then you said you would destroy it for us. We'd be guilt-free. If that isn't appealing, then what is?
You must have been aware of how tragic it is to simply await death. That's why you invited us, isn't it?
Even now, I'm not afraid of dying. But I hated the idea of losing those I hold dear. When I saw my friend lying there, I remembered what you told me, and for a brief moment, I felt the grip of fear. I felt so weak and helpless, yet at the same time I didn't want to let go of my dear friend. So I must have closed myself off. I stopped thinking, closed my eyes, and covered my ears. Perhaps I was simply waiting for the inevitable release.
Even so, we have to keep thinking.
That's right. Even if there are things we'd rather not see, we still need to look.
And breaking out of your shell, scrambling in desperation for a way to escape despair. That's not what I call being weak. You've defended this place for so long. Why? Because you're strong. And once you're no longer shackled by the rules of the flame clock, you can accept a different reality. You can become stronger still. I know it.
We can.
You can.
It won't be easy, far from it. But we'll help you.
Juniper, it's your call.
We've made it this far thanks to you.
Yes, I suppose so. If there is a possibility that you can release us from the clock, then please.
And if not, it's not like anything's changed.
Very true. If you can't break it, I can live with that
I've been
too.
spending this whole cutscene like
Nothing changes
staring
without
at
a reason,
Juniper's skin
without a cause.
textures and trying to
Perhaps this
decide if
event
I
will
think they're
teach me to see things
like
in a new light.
dirty or if they just have very splotchy skin.
Here we go!
Anyway. Agnes warning level up. Is that just our second? No, third Agnes colony
I see
liberated, right?
acceptance is actually surprisingly easy when it comes
'Cause
down
we
to
got
it.
Gamma,
I think
Lambda,
it
Tau.
probably is, yeah. I'm sorry if this seems rude, but could I ask another favor of you?
Sure.
I'd like to learn much more of the world, become a stronger individual. To that end, is there any chance I could accompany you?
What do you say, guys?
We could certainly do with someone of Juniper's caliber.
It'd be reassuring to have you on board. You're very welcome to join.
Is your colony gonna be okay, though? Can they get on without you?
Colony Town needs to undergo change too. We need to extend our knowledge and grow. So I'd like you to take me on a trip, somewhere far away, and show me something new.
Journey
can do
of
that.
discovery, huh? I guess that's another thing we need in order to grow.
Might be an idea to send some of our younger recruits out too. Could be a good lesson.
Don't Noah and
It's time
Neo
to
look
breathe
cute
new
in their
life
matching
into our
outfits?
colony. Let us break free from the chains that once bound us.
I guess I'm still hanging about though. Can't have us all gallivanting about the place.
Your consul really doesn't bother to show up, huh?
Even after we broke the flame clock, you think they'd know?
Better this way, if you ask me.
Still, we shouldn't rule out the possibility that they'll make trouble for you.
If something happens, you tell us immediately, okay?
Yeah, I think that is meant to be
can do.
Juniper's core crystal
counting on
the
you.
shoulder there.
Well, we don't have all day. I think it's about time we made tracks, no?
I got a little bit more creative with the
Time to move
placement
then.
on people in this game compared to Xenoblade 2.
Well then, everyone,
Doesn't Teach have it on his cheek?
Don't worry about us. You know we can handle ourselves.
We'll prove that Colony Tau can be so much more.
yes, I'm sure it will be.
Off you go then, skedaddle. The colony's staying right here, waiting for your return.
Alright, so the biggest thing reward from this is the Art of Flow. We can also slide down ropes, but and we get access to Juniper's class, Stalker, which is inherited by Noah. Not really much of a connection between Noah and Juniper, I think, but there you have it. But here we go. The Art of Flow lets you cancel any art into any other art without using fusion arts. So we can finally mash all the buttons. which is great. It will probably take me a bit of time to adapt to that and remember that I can actually cancel everything and everything else. But that's one of the things that will speed up combat a bit. Of course, the next hero does even more in that regard, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Right now, we need to do some class changes. However, I'm not going to have Noah take up Stalker yet, because in order for Stalker to really shine, you need to have quick draw. It's another ether attacker like Full Metal Jaguar, but Agni instead of Kavesi, and therefore it can use the bug defective quick draw as a fusion art, where it counts as hitting twice and double credit for like double damage, double credit for talent art recharge and everything. But the thing with Stalker is it has a kind of bad reputation. It is extremely powerful in one particular niche at this point in the game, which is if you take advantage of the quick draw bug and you fuse it with the most powerful art on Stalker, which is also a positional art, but it's a side positional instead of a front positional. In chain attacks, you get credit for satisfying all positional effects at the same time. So you get the positional bonuses on those, and the class art. I'll just select the class so we can see it. Rapid Shot has incredible power multiplier and a plus 100% side positional effect when it's rank 1. If you fuse that with Quick Draw, then you're getting like a double damage front positional art. So in a chain attack, you satisfy both positionals at the same time. And because it's an Agnian class, you can also use Cross Impact as a fusion art or a master art in fusion. And the other real big damage bonus that Stalker can have is if the enemy is bleeding, then you get 75% at rank 1. This grows pretty fast as you rank up. So the thing that you can do to make a Stalker really powerful in chain attacks and even reasonably powerful in regular combat is fuse Driving Arrow with Cross Impact, so you inflict bleed and power charge yourself, and then alternate that with Rapid Shot fused with Quick Draw. Unfortunately, Noah is not training much in Flash Fencer, so he doesn't have Cross Impact, so we're not going to actually see that in action. And Stalker doesn't have much that's really worth taking to other classes. Its master skills and its master arts are not especially good. The only one that's kind of noteworthy is Night Hunt, which can combine with some other aggro-reducing effects to totally eliminate aggro. But that's kind of a tertiary choice. So we're not going to see Stalker at full power with Noah, and then we're not going to use Stalker on anyone else until endgame, because there's so many other classes that have things that are really worth training for. So even though I do think Stalker gets a bad rap from the community in terms of what it can do, because there is at least one thing that it's pretty good at, especially at the point in the game where you get it, I'm not going to be able to show off all that it can do at this point, sadly. And then the problem later on in the game is it can still do decent damage output if you set it up for it, but there are future Agni and attacker classes in Martial Artist and in Cursor and Seraph that are all better at like normal smash damage setups. Really the only significant niche that Stalker occupies is non-smash damage in chain attacks. And that's just not an important part of the combat after this chapter. So it's a little bit of a shame that I didn't bother training Noah all the way to rank 10 and getting cross impact on him so we could show off what it can really do. But we'll still get a pretty good flavor for it without having power charge. So anyway, we have to finish training in Full Metal Jaguar on Noah for that to work. Other class changes are in order though. We want Mio back in Thaumaturge for right now. Tyon back into Nipponic Champion. We're trying to get him through Nipponic Champion before we We haven't spent a lot of time in FMJ and Yumsmith later. We'll want him in attacker roles for most of the rest of the chapter. So if we get him through this, he can focus on these two classes for the next while, and then after that, we'll get in Cursor. Lance can take up Sword Fighter. We're going to find different spots for him to use this class over the next chapter or so. It'll be important for him to max it out by the time we get to our, I believe it's our second hero in chapter 5. And so with that class change, he needs to change his arts. He'll run Violent Flurry in the top spot, Sword Strike with Tri-Slash, and Edge Thrust on its own. Ultimate Qigong, Fighting Prowess for max damage. Steel Cleaver is still pretty good at this point relative to the other options. We could run Analyze Weakness, but our crit rate's not very high. So Steel Cleaver and Empowered combo, and the Steam Belt, and he'll take the Chipped White Brooch to stack on top of Ultimate Qigong. For Tyon, he'll just take a Steam Belt. Otherwise, he's all set. And Mio is keeping the same equipment as before, except she wants survivability, so Iron Temple Guard for her. And lastly, with Juniper. Juniper has essentially the same arts as a regular Stalker in the party, but their animations are horrific, especially on Liberation Arrow. You can see just how powerful this art gets at rank 10, 490 power multiplier and 120% side damage bonus. It's huge. Unfortunately, this takes like 5 seconds for Juniper to execute, because they will draw the bow, and then for whatever reason, I think they just messed up in the setting the parameters for the animation or something, because instead of shifting slightly in, I think it's to the left, to get to the final position in the animation, Juniper spins all the way around the other way very slowly. So yeah, they draw the bow and then spend like 3 seconds rotating and then fire, and it takes a moment for the arrows to hit, and it's just incredibly obnoxious. It looks hilarious, but it's really bad. And what's especially annoying is if Juniper decides to use this art at the very end of a fight, you want to like open a menu after the fight or interact with something, you have to wait for the animation to finish before you can do anything other than just move. So even that can get in the way. So we will not be using Liberation Arrow. We will be running Landslide as the main attacking art. It's decent power. Damage bonus to launched enemies, which is hard to take advantage of now. Would be great later after we get our next hero, so it's a little unfortunate that we'll basically be done with this class by the time we get the next hero. But anyway, Landslide next. Downdraft so Juniper can inflict bleed to set up this In Cold Blood bonus. And finally, Night Hunt. Just because we don't want to run Liberation Arrow. The other option is Force of Nature, which is an offensive field. Not in the same way as the Blaze field on Yumsmith. This one sets it around the user, but the effect is art follow-up. If you use an art during, like while you're standing in this field, then there's a turret, a little tiny turret in the middle of the field that will shoot out a ball of energy to follow up your art with an additional attack, which is a fixed amount of damage based on I believe it's based on the attack power of the person who set the field, which makes it tiny. There's basically nothing, maybe there's like one effect in the game that can enhance the damage of this, and it's a tiny modifier, so pretty useless. There's one scenario, and as a matter of fact, this field is used on the final boss to bypass some damage reduction effects, but that's like the only use case in the whole game. So that's the arts. With the skills, The idea of Stalker is it's a class that minimizes aggro and is able to attack from the back or the sides. I dearly wish it had a front positional art instead. It's really unfortunate that it doesn't, because if it did have a front positional, it would rocket up the viability list by virtue of that alone. Like if Downdraft was front positional, this would be a much better class. But you've got the bleed from the back, you've got Night Hunt increasing the damage attacking from the back, and then the other modifier is enemies who are low on HP or are bleeding. So like that's the concept. You attack from behind, you minimize your aggro so you can stay in the rear or side positions, and you inflict bleed, and then you get big damage out of that. You also get evasion expertise, which is just kind of a nice to have survivability thing. It's not that important on this class because it does minimize aggro pretty efficiently. Thanks to this last skill, Serene Heart reduces aggro generated from all attacks by 40%. You combine that with Night Hunt, reduces aggro drawn with attacking. I believe Night Hunt is 50%, although it might change depending on rank. So essentially you've eliminated all your aggro. And then on top of that, Juniper also has Dispersed Bloodlust. So I believe if Night Hunt is up, Juniper generates 0 aggro for themselves, which makes the repulsor cuffs annoyingly useless. But anyway, the main problem with this class is, number one, that its biggest skill damage bonus relies on inflicting bleed, which is not super consistent. It's better than some other debuffs, but it's not always easy to inflict. Luckily, the art that inflicts it has a really short cooldown. But it relies on having bleed inflicted on the enemy, and it doesn't have very good positionals to use as a player character. Are there any other positional arts besides, are you asking besides Downdraft? The other one is Liberation Arrow or Rapid Shot on normal Stalkers. There are actually no other down or rear positional arts that you can transfer from other classes. I believe the only two in the game are Downdraft on Stalker and Revolution Edge on Flash Fencer, I'm pretty sure. And neither of those are master arts. Okay. That was about Liberation Arrow. All right. Okay, so we've got Juniper set up. What we're going to do now is do a bit of backtracking without some combat to go pick up some things that we can now access because we can slide on ropes.
So that's
we also want to pick up some quests here at Colony TOA.
My stomach's growling.
So Glory's worried about Rain, who
And
is
now we know
gone
things.
somewhere. In fact, several other people have departed from, or will depart from Colony TOA besides Juniper. So we'll see some of their people in other colonies around the world, establishing relations. And there's one more person who gives out info here, but I think he's only available in daytime.
This was a nice find.
We have some new names registered.
I don't know where he is, so let's talk to the commissary.
Best buy only what we've budgeted for.
Same items as at the Old Way camp, so nothing good. Where in the world is Roland? Hello? The different characters around the colonies do have schedules. where they move in and out of buildings, appear, disappear. And I don't know why Roland isn't spawning. Anyway, go ahead and take this rope slide down. It's a kind of a fun mechanic. You get to see your AI teammates try to follow you, and sometimes that's pretty amusing too.
All right, it's open.
Say, isn't this valuable?
What would it be doing here?
5 silver Nopon coins for the collection. And let's go back. Roland, question mark? Hello? Good morning. Where is he? There's, I think, 2 quests that you have to get info from him about. And as far as I know, he either stands by the medical tent over here, or he stands over by the gate in the canteen this way. Oh, there he is. Hi, Roland. This kicks off Food for Tau, which is a quest where we have to collect a whole bunch of food items as a tribute to the Turrican allies. It'll take a while. More info. Okay, maybe it's just one quest. Now let's discuss all that.
Do people have to make so much noise? It's best we talk this through.
It's really funny that you can get the info about using the rope slides and discussing it before you've ever used one, so you can have the characters going on. We've gotten so great at using these. With 0 experience.
This might get complicated.
So Juniper explains that we have to give a bit to the Turkins to maintain their alliance. A bit of their food, even though they themselves are kind of desperate for their own food. There are 2 ways you can resolve that. We're going to do the peaceful way because it's nicer, but definitely the non-peaceful way is quicker. So Colony Tau doesn't have an off-seeing custom anymore because their off-seer died and they just kind of shrugged and went, alright. We don't really need off-seers. But we're going to go find the corpse of that off-seer in this quest. Harvest time. They grow their own food, they have their own fields, we've seen, and we can help out with that. There will be complications. And lastly, we need to track Rain, since he's gone down into the depths of Maktha Wildwood, and we want to make sure he's alright. Even though he's a hunter, but he's injured, so we're concerned about him. And that's all for the info. So we can also get new food. Enemy drop boost 30%. This is an upgrade on the version we can get from Colony 30.
What do we have here?
Oh, so good.
The world still has its delights.
Right then, should we get a move on?
So a couple things we can progress here at Colony Tau. We can talk to Roland and learn about what we need to get for the food tribute. As you progress through the game, you will get some contributions from the characters in Colony Tau, so you don't actually have to fetch all of these. But the first task is to get 50 green nectarines. And Roland will help out right away by giving you 10 of them. Secondly, I'll run out here and do this one first, actually. GM's got an update on where Rain is. And Rain has set that smoke signal. which means trouble. God, the sword fighter outfit looks spiffy on lands.
We use beacon stones for emergencies. I hope nothing bad's happened. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's go check. Good thing we found this.
And then over here in the fields, we get to do some harvesting of potatoes.
Let's dig up some spongy spuds.
This will be the only time we ever do this, right? Right? Not as easy as it looks. Tyon, you don't know the half of it. I believe every character gets unique dialogue from digging these up. I think I'm pretty good at this.
Let's report back to Carson.
So when we report over here, we discover, oh, there are creatures who want to eat our stuff. And we have to kill them. Which is actually a convenient way to hunt, right? Like, if all the animals you wanted to eat just kind of sauntered up when you harvested. So why is Rain going down to the depths of Maktha Wildwood when he could just, you know, do this? That said, the fight that you have to do for this quest is much harder than what we just did with the Rhinons, because it's 3 waves of 4 different creatures who are even higher in level. We're not going to do that right now.
Huh? Hey, did you guys hear something?
Instead, we're going to go back to Fornis. And first up, Minnow Arch, because we got this rope slide right here we can use.
Hey, get a load of this. We should be able to climb up with that.
This looks climbable.
This was a nice find.
Here we go!
Over here, we get a container that has a bond fragment accessory. Also 6 SP. There's nothing to sneeze at. I believe the bond fragment doesn't have any tiers of rarity, so that's why it's a common one. This speeds up Interlink level build-up by 25%. I'm a bit fuzzy on the numbers, but I think it's either to get all the way to rank 3 or level 3 Interlink. I think you need either 19 or 20 fusion arts executed between the 2 Ouroboros partners. So if both partners were holding a bond fragment, or if you were only counting one partner who was holding this, they would only need, I believe the math works out so they only need 16 fusion arts to get all the way to level 3. There's a later, stronger version of this accessory that I think is 35% or 40, and it works out so you have to do like 13-ish, maybe 14 fusion arts instead. And that's not that powerful a thing. Generally, you want other accessories that just boost your raw damage, and for the most part, once you get some of the more powerful tools later in this chapter and then the beginning of chapter 5, just regular combat is your most efficient way to deal out damage. But I do think the bond fragment setup has a bit of a niche with Lance and Senna in particular. Uni and Tyon don't really need to get Interlink 3 to be really powerful in their Ouroboros form. And Noah and Mio don't really either, although it can help. But with Lance and Senna, because all of their best damage output options depend on being able to do combos, especially on Senna. If you can get to rank 3 or Interlink level 3 faster on them, that's kind of an interesting niche. It is still worse than normal mashed combo options, I think, but it's like the one pair of characters where I think it's worth considering at least a little bit. Anyway, there's another rope slide back in Colony 4 we can access from Colony 4 command. If we go out this way, can we get to it from here? Maybe we can't jump. Oh, we can't jump over. Cool. This is the only way to get to this guard tower, I guess you'd call it, which has a gold Opon coin and 6 more SP. Also here in Colony 4, there's a couple of things we can pick up.
My stomach's growling.
There's a new person to meet. We can find her. Yeah, Imogen. Imogen is from Colony Tau. So she's one of the people who's gone around to other colonies to meet people. But she's not really fitting in here. There will be a follow-up quest about her. And also... Is it back here? Yeah. You can pick up info inside this tent. We had info about the monsters in Azana Plain, and now we get monsters around Colony 4. And yeah, well, luckily our characters don't know that Colony 4 is being targeted by a death laser, so we don't have any of that dissonance yet, but it will get pretty funny later. Okay, next stop, Conqueror's Peak. Here.
Oh, that's me done.
This was a nice fight.
But the view is spectacular.
Here we go! Whoa!
Drop down this ledge, and we get
And
a sapphire, which is okay. And there's one more we're going to hit up now. These are not the only rope slides that we can access, but we won't go for the other ones yet. Over here, near where we fought Unruffled Nara, we can get to this whole separate island.
never seen this place before.
Isla Passerat. We get to do a big, long climb up these vines to get to the top. Before the DLC came out, there was only a container up here and a single patrolling elite ancel. But now there's also an ether sphere at the top. Unfortunately for us, well, I'll hold you in suspense for a couple seconds until we get a look at it. That ether sphere is defended by 2 level 55 ancels, including 1 elite. So at level 22 we could take. These 2 we cannot. And that means we will eventually have to make that climb again just to claim that ether sphere.
This is valuable. I'll hang on to it.
Funny finding one here.
That's still worth getting an extra gold Nopon coin and more SP. You can take this rope slide back. So hooray for having a diegetic way to return to the mainland. However, that's all that this is. You do get to the top of this, little plateau, and you lose all your frames while you're at it. But there's nothing of interest up here. Anyway, with the extra SP we just got, we can do a little bit more on our soul trees. Noah's still holding for attack up, not quite there, but Mio can buy, he controls time. So that's making way for a full moon drop, which she'd like to have, in case she does get to Interlink level 3. And Tyon should be able to afford Shared Curse as well, so he's progressing towards his next attack up boost. And it does give him more damage. I believe it's 50% now for every debuff active on all enemies. So in those group fights where he's spamming Atomize to inflict Blaze, and Mio's spamming Raptor Ray to inflict accuracy down, he's getting a huge damage bonus from that as well. Okay. So that's our little rope slide backtrack with Juniper. We're going to take them out of the party just for a little while longer, because we really want to make sure we unlock Strategos on Mio pretty soon. So for this, the next little segment, we're going to be using Izzard just to get that done. But I'm going to call this a stopping point. We're just about 4 hours in. I don't want to get too much deeper right now, so I think next stream we'll do the rest of this little backtrack to some stuff that's going on at Colony 9 and Colony Gamma, and then clean up stuff we didn't cover around Great Cotte Falls, and then make our way through Maktha Wildwood. Okay, so once again, yeah, we're ending with a new hero. We'll get to see Juniper in more action next time. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Appreciate seeing all of you once again. Should be able to follow up this with another stream next week. I'm expecting to be able to do it on Tuesday again.
Oh, my plumage is everywhere.
So before we forget, let's save. Right here.
Can't forget our progress update.
And we'll call that a day. Okay. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.